going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. And today, Manchester United against Arsenal from Old Trafford. And listen, we have to go 3-point collecting today to stay in this title race. And I have to admit, I've seen the starting lineup and my confidence levels have gone up. I've been very nervous about this game for the last few days, but seeing this Man United side that is out today, I mean, wow, if we don't beat this team, there's something wrong, people. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well today. Hit the like button, caress it, diddy it, do whatever you need to do to it, but make sure it gets tapped. Let's get 4,000 likes. Last away game of the season. The last time Arsenal are going to play in that yellow kit, actually, which I didn't like when it came out, but we have actually done quite well in that kit. So, yeah, I respect it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I think we're about 25 away from 78k, so let's make sure we touch that today. Road to 100k. Business people. And just to let you all know, I'm back on Bleacher Report today. Post-game reaction, 20 to 30 minutes. The link's in the description. You have to download the Bleacher Report app. It's free to use. The link is there. If you want some post-game reaction, then get that downloaded. The link's in the description. And obviously, I'll have a post-game video as well after the game in a fan cam. So yeah, and we'll have all the goal reactions on TikTok, so follow me on there as well. Anyway, let's talk about today's game, Manchester United against Arsenal. The headline news, people, is the Manchester United team. Listen, man, I'll be real. I'm usually very nervous when we go to Old Trafford. I am. The history says it's always difficult. But this Manchester United team today, if we can't beat this team, forget Arsenal therapy, forget Arsenal rehab. I'll be gone till November, like Wycliffe Jean said in that song back in the day. Let me read you the Manchester United team, people, first of all. The Manchester United team that has so much inexperience today. And listen, they've left out Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, despite the fact they've been back in full training for the last few days, which obviously Man United have got an FA Cup final round the corner. Clearly, you know, their manager Ten Hag is thinking about that game and has decided not to risk them. They only came back this week and he's left them both out, which is obviously fantastic news for us. Because listen, no matter what people think about Rashford, he always seems to score against us. He gives Ben White all sorts of problems. So the Manchester United team, Onana in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Johnny Evans, Casemiro and Dalot is the back four. That is the defence that got absolutely roasted by Crystal Palace on Monday. Wan-Bissaka at right back, Dalot at left back, Casemiro and Johnny Evans. I mean, Johnny Evans older than me. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should be destroying Johnny Evans and Casemiro. Casemiro, I mean, he should be playing in Saudi, picking up 400 grand a week. He's finished in the Prem. Their midfield is Amrabat, Kobbie Mainoo and McTominay. I mean, young, energetic with Mainoo and McTominay. I mean, come on. If we don't cook that midfield, something's wrong. Amad Diallo, I think, is a very exciting player. Garnacho and Højlund. Their front three is young and exciting, especially Ahmad and Garnacho. Højlund has got talent. I don't think he's done much. I'll be real. If we can't beat that Man United team, I'm sorry, but lock off everything. Like, we're going to need a long break. That Man United team stinks. It absolutely stinks. Not only am I expecting a victory, I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 goals. In terms of the victory. I'm not going to sit here and say 5 or 6-0 because you never know. It's Man United, it's Old Trafford. It could be difficult. They're going to work hard. A lot of young players in the front line who are trying to get in the FA Cup final. But I'm expecting 2, 3, 4 potentially. Listen, we saw yesterday with Manchester City, that goal difference is close to disappearing. We need to hammer this Man United team today. I'm going to be honest. We need to score early and pump them, people. No diddy. The Man United bench. I mean, there's guys on the bench I've never heard of. Bayindir, that's the keeper. Amas, Collier, Camboila. I've got no idea why Camboila's not a centre-back. Apparently not fully fit. Christian Eriksen, Anthony, Forson, Wheatley, and Ogun. I mean, I haven't even heard of some of these guys. They're probably bronze cards on FIFA that you get about 70 coins for if you quick sell them. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I've just edited the team lineup. Kivior I had at left back, but it is Tomiyasu. So we have changed that, people. That's the Man United team. Let's focus on ourselves. Hey, big up Face. I did just see your message. He's been in hospital, so get well soon, bro. Big up all the Twitch gang, everyone on YouTube as well, locked in. Appreciate your support. And get well soon to Face, who has said he's been in hospital this week. Said he's fine now. Have to go back on Tuesday, have a tube removed from his lung. Wow. Take it easy, bro. Appreciate you tuning in today. Let's talk the Arsenal team. Unchanged. No messing about. Well done to Mikel Arteta. You don't need to overthink something if it's working. It's working, keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're a striker, you're a footballer. If it's working what you're doing, keep doing it. You think Haaland changes what he's doing? Does the same thing every week, usually scores. Arsenal's team, David Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Tomiyasu at left back. Tomiyasu hasn't trained the last couple of days, but is deemed fit enough to play. Gabriel and Saliba, the brick wall. Saliba was nominated for Young Player of the Season this week in the Premier League. Don't know how he wasn't nominated for Player of the Season along with Gabriel. Thomas Partey, who has, hit a hot streak here. I just wish we could have had him in the team a few weeks earlier when we played Bayern and Villa, but it is what it is. Partey, Rice and Odegaard, it's the midfield that we need. It's a fantastic midfield. And Saka, Trossard and Havertz. I did think Trossard, his performance last week, I thought might have got him benched, but he scored that goal. He's a clutch player, great finisher. And of course, he starts. The Arsenal bench, Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Kivior, Fabio Vieira, Jorginho, Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Gabriel Martinelli. Somebody just put it in the chat. Arsenal's bench is better than Man United's starting 11. I mean, you're not far off. I think our bench would trouble their team, definitely. Front three would probably be Martinelli, Jesus, Eddie Nketiah. You'd have Smith-Rowe, Jorginho. We've got a good bench. It's nice to see. But listen, as I've said all week, don't underestimate this team. I remember years ago, and a lot of you will remember, I think we played Man United. It might have been the FA Cup. And I think they had Fabio, and remember Fabio and Rafael, the Brazilian twins. And I think Fabio was playing centre mid despite the fact that he's a fullback. And they beat us that day. And I remember looking at that start 11 going, light work. And we lost. Sometimes players that don't get picked every week, they've got a point to prove. Amrabat hasn't played a lot. McTominay's come back from injury. Ahmad's going to have a point to prove. Garnacho's done well for them. Højlund, a young player trying to make his way in the game. There are players there with a point to prove, and we have to be careful of that. Let's not turn up here and act like we're playing Sheffield United. It's still Man United at Old Trafford. We need to score early and take the game away from them. That's what we need to do. You score first 15, 20 minutes, that Man United team disappears. It's as simple as that. The longer it's 0-0, the more they'll grow in confidence. We need to score early. Apparently, it's Mother's Day today in Brazil and America and the Caribbean. So happy Mother's Day to my own mother, of course, and all the mums out there doing a great job. Appreciate you all. Hit the likes, people. Get them likes up. Can we get 1,000 likes pre-kickoff? We're nearly at 3K already. South London's finest. Big up, bro. Always doing a great job as a mod. Appreciate it. He said, Big C, if someone offered 60 million for Martinelli in the summer, are you taking it? I'm not. I spoke about this the other day. Martinelli's had a very poor season. Make no mistake about that. It's been interrupted by injury. Pulled his hamstring at Everton. Cut his foot at Everton, I believe. No, not Everton. Cut his foot at Sheffield United. I believe that injury was worse than they made out. Listen, my question is always, what does £60 million get you nowadays as a left winger? You're talking about a guy that's just been picked for the Copa America for Brazil, 22 years of age. How good can he become? A bad season doesn't make you a bad player. We've seen top players have bad seasons. Doesn't mean you become a bad player. I still think there's more time for Martinelli to become that player. 60 million, I mean, they paid 88 million for Mudryk. Like, the market's a mess. So, nah, there's no way. You offer me 90 million, we might have a conversation. 60 million? Nah. Nah, not for 60 M's, bro. Yeah, exactly, Lawrence. Jesus didn't make the Brazilian squad for Copa America. Gabriel Magalhaes did. Gabriel Martinelli did. So clearly these other clubs see something in Martinelli, and the country, obviously the national team. Klopp said he's generational. I just don't think we've used him properly. We isolate him on the left. He has no overlapping fullback. He has no midfielder to link with, and you're asking him to just run at people. Yeah, he does have to take some responsibility. You run with your head down too much, but nah, I'm not selling him. Look at the guys who we would want to replace him. I'd want probably Kvara from Napoli. What's he going to cost you? 90, 100 million? Rafael Leao's release clause is, I think, 120 million. I'm not selling Martinelli for 60 and buying Leao for 120. I want big money for Martinelli. This guy, Martinelli is a player that you could sell somewhere and he became a superstar somewhere else. You give Martinelli a fullback on the overlap, get the ball to him early. I think he could be a top player still. So I give him one more year. He has a year like this season. Next season, we'll have a conversation. 2 bad years, then I start worrying. 1 year, I'll allow him to get away with it. Nico said, Big C, what the hell were Fulham doing? Bro, as you notice, I didn't do a watch along. I didn't watch that whole game either. I had no hope. They were flying kites on the training ground on Friday. They're safe. They're mid-table. They're not getting Europe. They can't get relegated. They weren't interested. They're on the beach. They probably booked the Bahamas all-inclusive with the family. They're not bothered. I said it before and I said it again. The only hope that Arsenal have got of winning the title, unfortunately, is Nando's FC, a.k.a. Tottenham Hotspur. That's our only chance. That's our only chance. You ain't getting nothing. I didn't even watch all of that Fulham game. I had no confidence. None. They don't care. They're done. The season's, they've down tools. City were too hungry. It's not going to happen. Tottenham, they won yesterday. That might work in our favour because now, as long as Villa don't beat Liverpool tomorrow, they still got an opportunity to make the Champions League. So, but I don't trust that Tottenham team. I actually don't. I don't trust them. They're too open. They concede too many chances. I'll be shocked if Man City drop points, but I hope so. They struggled to beat Burnley yesterday. So I'll be honest. A lot of people said my reaction to us losing to Aston Villa was over the top. It's because I felt that day the title would disappear. But listen, let's win today. Let's put some pressure on City. Stranger things have happened. I keep saying it only takes a refereeing decision. A red card for a Man City player for a high foot or something, and all of a sudden you're back. Warren says, big up Curtis in the community. We need to beat this Man United team and push the title race till Tuesday. Nah, has anyone heard from Buenos Aires Guna? If anyone has, let me know. Big part of the community. I don't think he's been in the chat for over 6 months. Big up Fitz Joseph. Hope you're well, bro. He said Martinelli is simply not being coached properly. It does appear that way, unfortunately. LSU said Rodri needs a red card. We'd love that. I would seriously love that. Let me read out some of these super chats and members' comments. Big up to everyone locked in, over 3,000. Big up the 52 people on Twitch. The Book of Eli, of course, that bold fraud only plays Ahmad when he needs to win. Absolutely shameless. We better win this game or leave Arteta on the pitch and find his way home. Can't believe he's into this. I'll be honest, if we drew or lost today, I'm fearful about what my reaction would be looking at that Manchester United team. Like, I could actually explode. Like honestly, it would. But I think we beat this team comfortably, 2 or 3 goals. But we got to score early. Beresford Productions, I'm furious with that team. Eric Ten Hag, a.k.a. Tony Van der Pulis, has put out, if you don't beat us, you don't deserve to win the league. And it's that true. You can't beat that United team. Don't even bother playing the game against Everton next week. Just skip it and put out the youth team. Interesting that he hasn't gone for it a bit more because United are still trying to get in Europe. And apparently Rashford and Bruno have trained the last 2 days, but he's obviously thinking the FA Cup final could save his job potentially. Snaz says we need to destroy this awful team today. No excuses. Totally agree with you, bro. Snaz. MP said, big up Big C. At this time with the pressure that we are on, I'll take a 1-0. A win is a win. I agree. We win this game 1-0, I take it. But I would hope, because of the team that they've got out, we could do more. Crystal Palace beat them 4-0, But I know the dynamics do change when you're at home. Rather than playing at Old Trafford. Big up Whammer74, really appreciate it, bro. He's gifted 10 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. I will gift out some memberships if we can hit 1,000 likes pre-kickoff, people. There you go. And as I said, don't forget, I will be live straight after the game on the Bleacher Report app. The link is in the description below. 20 to 30 minutes of post-game reaction. You do have to download the Bleacher Report app, completely free. The link is in the chat if you want to pop over there after the game. And obviously, I'll have a fan cam out shortly after full time as well. Big up Mohammed, who said, big up Big C and the C Unit community. Let's get them 3 points. Trash the Old Trafford while we're at it. They gave us a lot of beatings while we're down in strength. I'm expecting 3 points and a beat down if possible. Listen, every Arsenal fan wants revenge for 8-2. It's always in the back of their minds. I was in Manchester that day when they beat us 8-2. It was horrific. It was absolutely horrific. I think we signed Arteta the next day as a player. And I remember being even more angry because we'd sold Fabregas and bought Arteta as his replacement. That's like selling your Ferrari and buying a pedal bike. Like, it just didn't add up. But, you know, full turnaround now. Maybe he wins us the league. But, yeah, it was bad. So I'd love to smash this United team 5 or 6-0. TNM said, can't watch the game today. But Arsenal, please pump them today. No, Diddy. We need to take the race to the last day, of course. Imagine how boring it would be next week if we had nothing to play for and it was just done. Cole said Isak is Martinelli's replacement. Sell for 75 to 90 million. I mean, I would like Isak up front, though, not on the left. I know he can play off that left, but I'd want him through the middle of our attack. Troy said, I was born on Mother's Day. Turned 48 2 days ago. Let's go, Gunners. Troy, big up yourself, bro. Happy birthday for a happy belated. Appreciate you tuning in as always, bro. And big up Brian. He said, big up Curtis and Cruz. 3 points is all that matters. City will win out. And we need to keep our form for the last 2 matches. 3-0 Gunners. Let's go, Knicks. Come on, Knicks, man. What's going on? Knicks fever. Jalen Brunson business, man. I think Halliburton and the Pacers. It's not easy, is it? Come on. Give me a score prediction. You're wearing the yellow shirt. Come. It's going to go mad on the green screen. It is what it is. Yeah, it all goes dark. Right. Hey, first game back today. 8 weeks out injured. You bagged. Quality goal, bottom corner.
Yep.
That's what we do, bro.
Yep.
Give me a score prediction today. The shirt's gone crazy on the green screen, but it is the yellow kit. Look at that United team. How stinky that is.
That's terrible.
That's bad, isn't it?
I think we'll beat them 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Goal scorers? Killer Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I think Havertz will get one.
Yeah.
I think Trossard clutch.
Clutch Trossard.
I think Partey first goal back.
Partey? Wow, if that happens, jeez. Big up to you, bro. Good goal today. And let's hope we go 3-point collective. Big up yourself. Right, they're all bigging you up in the chat as well, which I appreciate, community. Yeah, he's been out for 8 weeks with a knee injury. First came back today and he scored. Kit looks sick like that. Yo, when that kit came out, I was disgusted in it. But if we win the title in it, you know, I might have to go and buy it myself. Yeah, big up Brian in Brooklyn all day long, bro. Alexander said, big up Big C. City is killing all of my excitement. I told you, stay away from their games. Stay away. I turn their games on. I'm just like, why am I watching them? I don't like watching them. They just make you not. We win a game, I'm excited. I'm thinking, we can do it. We can win the league. I watch City, Foden, Haaland. I'm like, no. They're not going to drop points, but we have to hope, as Faith Evans said. Because I'm hopeful, yes I am. Hopeful for today. You don't know about them songs, do you? You know what I mean? Coach Carter and that. Nah, City, please. Just something has to go wrong. Rodri, yellow, red card. Something has to go wrong for them. It can't keep going like that. Let me read out these finals. Alexander, stay strong, bro. Stay strong. 2 more games. Maybe Mikel Antonio bullies them next Sunday. Careful, Curtis, no substitute for pace, said highly. You're right, bro. And MP said, want your son's prediction and goal scorer. There you go. He gave us, what did you say? 3-0, Trossard, Partey and Havertz. I would love that if we won 3-0. A couple stories before we get into the game. We've still got over half an hour until kickoff. Timber travelled to Manchester with the team, but is not in the matchday squad. I think he'll probably be on the bench for Everton. They're clearly protecting him. Is he trying not to play him so that he doesn't go to the Euros with Holland? I don't know. It's an interesting one. It's sad, isn't it, man? I keep saying it. City are taking all the joy out of Arsenal being so good. Like, you think, yo, we can win it, and then you watch City play and you're like, but listen, I'm hanging on in there. Something could go wrong. Something could go wrong for them. HR said, sign Olise as a backup to Saka, Mateta as a replacement to Eddie. We need to take every Premier League game next season as a cup final. Listen, do you know what? You've led me in nicely to the next story. Big up yourself. Mateta, I think, too early to come to Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, some weeks he plays like Drogba, but some weeks he looks like Michael Ricketts. It's not like he's actually balling out every game. So, yeah, too early for him. 1 second. I got a Man United fan messaging me. He's making excuses already. Man said Ten Hag's clearly not interested in winning this game, thinking about the FA Cup final. Not even bothered what the score is. Getting his I said, bro, I don't want to hear all that. You know what I mean? Do you think they cared when we was finishing 8th and getting slapped and we had weak teams out? Nah, I don't want to hear all that. If we pump them today, I will be, saying all kinds of stuff. These lot finding excuses already. I'm not interested. It's not our fault that you've got that team. Didn't Ten Hag spend 260 million in the summer? Man's messaging me a WhatsApp message, making an excuse before kickoff. I'm not hearing it. I'm sorry. I'm not accepting it. I will slander Man United fans regardless of the starting 11 they've got out. We turned up with all kinds of foolishness. Troy said, Curtis, where did your boy get that black and blue kit? Hey, the green screen. It might have looked better like that, to be honest. Christopher said, see, did you get my email? FT James, Doppelganger records are meant to be broken. We need to pump United today. Redemption song settings. Big up, bro. I will check. Apologies, man, if I haven't responded to you. I try and respond to everybody who sends emails. So I will get back to you if I haven't already, bro. Appreciate you sending me an email. CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com. Anyone's got any ideas, any collabs, any way you can help the channel, just drop me an email. Man United women are battering Spurs in the FA Cup final. I'll take that over this. Maybe they should play in this game against us. Garbo said Rodri and Romero to get into a scrap in City's penalty area after the Spuds go 1-0 up. Both get sent off with a pen awarded. Speak it into existence, bro. I'm here for it. HR said, hope Arsenal get revenge for the 8-2 loss. I need a 10-0 win. And MP said, Man United at Old Trafford, always care. Silly excuse. Listen, let me tell you something. Just off that message I'm getting, but I'm sure some of you guys have got Man United fan friends. Don't let Man United fans get away with the fact they've got a weak team out as an excuse for them. Man's messaging me already saying, I don't care what the score is. I ain't interested in that. If they get pumped, I'm going to be saying all sorts about Man United. I don't give a damn. That's, it's Man United at Old Trafford, 78,000 fans. You've still got Højlund, 65 million. You've still got Wan-Bissaka, 50 million. Casemiro, 55 million. Anthony's on the bench, 90 million. I ain't letting them get away with it. If we batter them, they're gonna hear a lot of talk. That game diss to Rick Ross, that's fire. Game just loves to get into a beef, even if he's got no concern of him. He heard a man diss Drake and said, right, I'm jumping in the beef. Big up, Dre. Hope you're well, bro. Right, let me get into these stories anyway. Let me get into these stories before we get to kickoff. 27 minutes till kickoff. Hit the like button, people. Let's talk about this guy. We spoke about him in the week, but Michael Olise is today being linked with a move to Arsenal. I said in the week, do you want Eze or Olise? Eze just won the vote. I think it was more because people felt Eze would go into the starting 11, whereas Olise could be on the bench. Just because of the fact Saka, and we know how highly Saka's rated. I always said I think Arsenal would struggle to get Olise because Olise's agent is saying he wants guarantees of first-team football. Maybe if Salah leaves Liverpool, they're going to need a right winger. If you look at Man United, there's no right winger there. Sancho's, in the Champions League final, but they've loaned him out. And Anthony's been awful. So if he went to a United or Liverpool, maybe he's got more of a guarantee of first-team football. But Arsenal are today linked with a move for Michael Olise, who apparently has a 60 million release clause this summer if a Champions League club makes an offer for him. Apparently, Patrick Vieira, who was his former manager, has recommended Arsenal to make a move for him this summer. 10 goals, 5 assists. He's only played 18 games this season. Has had quite a lot of injuries. But listen, there's no denying this boy is a fantastic player. A real talent. I think if you go to him, you've got to sell it to him as, listen, number one, Saka's not playing every week. Maybe you can play on the left. Maybe Saka can play on the left. You know, listen, let's be real. Martinelli has not done great this season. Trossard's done reasonably well. Why can't you have a situation where Saka plays on the left and Olise plays on the right, or vice versa? You know, that's how I would sell it to him. You can play left, you can play right, you might play in the 10. We'll rotate Saka. I think you can still get a lot of game time, even with Saka at the football club. I would love Arsenal to sign Michael Olise. Somebody just said it. He's considered a homegrown player because he was raised in the youth system in England. 60 million nowadays does not often get you a lot. Yeah, you will find bargains sometimes, like, you know, Cole Palmer for 40 million, who's been an incredible signing. But, you know, the reality is, Caicedo had one good year at Brighton and cost 115 million. So, you know, the market is inflated. So, for me, for £60 million, Arsenal should be absolutely all over this. They should be all over it. So, we'll see. We'll see. I think this summer is a very straightforward transfer window for Arsenal because there's... And you're right, A&E, right? I also... and I will get back to what I was just about to say. I want Arsenal to be at such a level that Saka is not guaranteed to start. That's how highly I want Arsenal to be. I want Saka to be fearful of his place on the right. Saka has no fear right now. And I'm not talking about the old hats that had two eyes on the front that were classics back in the day. Saka has no fear. Saka can have 5 bad games, he won't get dropped. He's not playing Reece Nelson. It's just not happening. I want Saka to actually be on the edge a little bit and think, boy, 1 or 2 bad games, you know, I could get dropped. Olise's there waiting for me. Look at Pep. Pep's got £100 million Jack Grealish. Yo, man, sit down on the bench. Your form's dropped, sit down. Foden played on the left yesterday. Doku brought in 60 million. You've got to put pressure on these guys. That's how you get them to the top. Alvarez, a World Cup winning number 9, sitting down on the bench. Competition breeds success because it pushes people to perform at a higher level. So for me, I would be making an offer. I'll be real, and a few of you have said his name in the chat. I am a big fan of Pedro Neto. The reason I like Neto is because he's so direct and quick. But you're talking about now a second year of being injury prone. I can accept a player having one season where they're injured a little bit. But the second year, I can't accept it. You know, I wouldn't want to see Arsenal pay 80 million for Neto after 2 years of being injury prone. So, listen, as I was saying before, I think this summer is straightforward for Arsenal. You buy a centre midfielder of high quality. It should have been 2, but Jorginho's staying, so you get 1. You buy a top quality goal scorer, regardless of what Havertz does. You have to buy a striker that can score 20 league goals, whether that's, you know, Osimhen, whether that's Gyökeres, whether that's Ivan Toney, whether you can get Isak. You get another creative or attacking player, whether that's a Eze, a Xavi Simons, somebody like that. You get a midfielder. I'd love Barella. I'd love Frankie de Jong. I'd love Fofana from Monaco. You need maybe a left-back as well. Maybe a centre-back like Diamande. And you need a second-choice goalkeeper for when Ramsdale leaves. So... But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Olise being linked today, 60 million release clause. Personally, I would be very, very much in favour of that deal happening. Big up Alexis with the super sticker. Appreciate that. Big up to you. SM said, no excuses. If Man U let Arteta pick their team today. Listen, like I said, like the excuses are being sent pre-kickoff. I'm not interested. Oh, we're concentrating on the FA Cup final. All right, cool. Win the FA Cup final then. But I'll tell you something. If United get beat by Man City, which I think they will, I think Ten Hag's getting his P45. But anyway, regardless, I'm not. There's nothing to do with us. So, Big C, but Spurs were doing a lap walk around the state. I know, I saw that. It wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. But we live in hope, people. Can they get a point off City? Alexa, oh no, I read that one. Yeah, Spurs were doing the lap of honour. That tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. We always knew it was going to be a long shot, bro. Everybody knew City haven't lost since the 6th of December in the Premier League. Are we really expecting Tottenham to beat them? We're hoping, but I'm not expecting it. I'm just not. Peter said, Curtis, we are not going to get Isak. Newcastle won't sell him. Go get Bruno Guimaraes, 8 million release clause. The thing is, Newcastle have got financial issues. They may have to sell someone in the summer. If that release clause finishes on June the 30th and Bruno hasn't left and somebody turned up with 100 million for Isak, are they going to be in a situation where they have to accept it because they need the money? I don't know. City are away at Tottenham. It is at Tottenham, at the toilet. So maybe they can stink out the toilet and get a draw. But we'll see. We will see. Tuesday night, let's see what happens. Edu loves a release clause, 100%. He definitely loves it. Please win, no Arsenal therapy tomorrow. Let me tell you, we don't win today. Arsenal therapy can't fix this. Have you seen that Man United team? 3 or 4 of you in the chat would get in that Man United team today. I reckon I could get on the bench for that United team today. No joke. LSU said, I'd never ever want Arsenal to lose ever, no matter if we did something for Nando's. There's the definition. Honestly, I don't know. If I was in their position and a victory helped them win the league, but we can get champions, you've got to focus on yourself. You do have to focus on yourself in life, But they're in a compromised position. I think the good thing is that their manager's now under pressure. So he can't afford to just throw a game against Man City. They're going to have to put some sort of effort in. Sure to replace Højlund up top. Hey, I'm telling you, man, that guy ain't had a shot for weeks. He really hasn't. Do not disrespect the child. You probably wouldn't even want to play for Man United if they picked you. Would Newcastle actually sell as Isak for 100 mil? If so, but well, listen, I think they're expecting Bruno to go and Isak to stay. Oh my days. But yeah, it is what it is. Get the likes up, people. Let's get 1,000 likes pre-kickoffs. I'll hand out some memberships if we do. Still got 17 minutes until kickoff today, people. Curtis, if Szczesny signs in the summer, does he upgrade David Raya? Do you know what? I'll be honest. I haven't watched Szczesny enough in the last few years to know what level he's at. He must be at a good, point in his career because he's been the first choice keeper for Juventus for a number of years. Is he better than Raya? I'm not sure. I think you guys will have a better answer than me. Some of you who watch the Italian league, so I couldn't answer that. Leahy said the players won't throw the game. They get bonuses, financial incentives to play in the Champions League. Listen, you're spot on. They will have bonuses in their contract. You get Champions League football, that could be 100,000 or something like that in your contract. And I always say, people, you got to understand, Romero, Maddison, Richarlison, whoever, they're not boyhood Tottenham fans. They didn't grow up supporting Arsenal. They didn't grow up supporting Tottenham. So are you going to sit there and go as a player, let's just lose so Tottenham don't win the league? Bro, win your game, get your bonuses, get in the Champions League, play against Real Madrid, don't play against Dundalk. Apologies, I always throw shade on Dundalk. I will visit that stadium one day and do a watch-along just for the disrespect. The players will want to win. The manager will want to win. So, I don't buy into this excuse that Tottenham will just roll over and throw that game away. The problem that we've got is the way that Tottenham are playing. Even if they put 100% in, are they even capable of beating that Man City team? They struggled to beat Burnley at home yesterday. It took a late winner. We slap them. Liverpool slap them. They concede too many chances. That's my concern. I think they'll have to play different to beat that Man City team. Remember, they don't need to beat them. Just get a point. Just get a point. Anyway, let's have a look at the Premier League table. This is what it's all about at the end of the day. Listen, I'll be honest. If we win our next 2 games and City win theirs and we don't win the league, and even looking at this league table now, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. On one hand, I'm proud of the team and the club. I'll be honest. No, not everything has to be seen in a negative light. It's balanced, people. Positive and negative. On one hand, I'm very proud of the team. You've scored 88 goals this season without a recognised goal-scoring striker. You've conceded 28 goals in 36 games. That is the best Premier League defence. You know, we're 3 goals behind City in terms of goals scored. I am proud of the team and the progress. Why I say it's bittersweet is we've been that good. We should be lifting the title next weekend. We should be winning the league. Now, people say, you know, the level. I mean, you're right. That red X, you saw my reaction. People thought I was overreacting. I just had a bad feeling that was going to be that game. Look at City. Pure green now. Crunch time. You can actually afford to lose games earlier in the season and turn them round if you go on a run. You can't lose games at this point in the season. And it was a game we shouldn't have lost. There were stupid mistakes in that game. You don't play Zinchenko at left back against Diaby and Leon Bailey. You play Thomas Partey in midfield. He didn't. And then the team missed sitters in the first half and then got punished. So I just hope that game... And listen, it will be more than one game. You know, everyone, you watched Fulham yesterday. Fulham were absolutely dreadful. And I know they're probably on the beach, but I didn't watch all the game yesterday. I watched about 30, 40 minutes of that Fulham game. I'm sitting there going, how on earth did we not beat Fulham in 2 games of football this season? 180 minutes, and we didn't beat that Fulham team yesterday. Did you see how bad they were? I mean, I watched that game for about 40 minutes. City could have scored about 4 goals. I didn't even watch the whole game. I was thinking this could end up 7-8-0. We played Fulham at home, Thomas Partey at right back, Havertz in midfield. They had a man sent off and we drew the game 2-2. Conceded a goal when they were down to 10 men. And then went away from home, played Eddie Nketiah up front for 90 minutes and lost 2-1. Crazy decisions. And the margins are so fine. 89 points if we win our next 2 games. You would win the league in most generations of Premier League football, but you ain't winning it no more with 89 points. The reality. And people say it's a Premier League thing and a Pep Guardiola thing, but it's not, because if you look around football now, I'll give you some examples. Serie A, top of the league right now, Inter Milan, 92 points. And they've got 2 games left. You know, these clubs around Europe now, they're getting 90 plus points. Liverpool got 97 points, didn't even win the league. Real Madrid, 90 points. 3 games left. They'll end up on maybe 99 points. It's not just a Premier League thing. It's not just a Manchester City thing. You need 90 plus points to win the league. Now, Man City haven't lost a game since the 6th of December in the Premier League away at Aston Villa. However, it's so crazy because I don't think Manchester City have been as good this year. And if they win their last 2 games, they'll get 91 points. And I actually think they've dropped off a little bit this season. I really do. They've drawn 7 games. They've lost 3. You had De Bruyne out for 6 months. Haaland's been out for 8 weeks. They signed Doku, Núñez in the summer, who I don't think have been that good. Vardiola's finished the season very well in the end, to be honest. I think City are going to have a big window this summer. Why? Because Kylian Mbappe is going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid will probably win the Champions League and then sign Kylian Mbappe. That is going to put Pep Guardiola on the back foot, that he needs to have a big transfer window. They're talking about Musiala and players like that. Like you said, Gunnar Graham, 30 wins, 90 points. That means in 8 games, you can potentially afford to drop points. We've dropped points in 10 games. Do you know what I mean? We've dropped points in 10. If you turn 2 of those draws into wins, we win the Premier League. We're 4 points better off. If you turn 1 of those draws into a win, we are top of the league right now on goal difference. 1 draw. Fulham at home against 10 men. You turn that into a win. You hang on for 8 minutes. We are top of the Premier League. And we're playing this game today. That is the fine margins. It's so close. So, listen, we'll see. We've got a huge 7 days coming up. You've got to beat this United team. Hope Tottenham can do something on Tuesday. And even if they don't, you've got to go to Sunday and just hope you can do something. They've got West Ham at home. It's David Moyes' final game. Who knows? We've got Everton at home who we should beat comfortably. They're safe. They can't get relegated. It'll be Sean Dyche business. So, listen, it's painful. It's painful. I think this is worse than last season. Because last season, with 3 or 4 games to go, it was over and we accepted it. We spent the next 2 weeks just getting over the fact it was gone. This season, it's like to take us to the end of the season would be so much pain. But the club have to learn from it. The club have to learn, no matter what I think about Arteta, he'll be here next season. And what he needs to do is get ruthless. And by ruthless, I mean, I don't want to see Eddie and Nketiah playing for Arsenal next season. I don't want to see Cedric. I don't want to see El Neni. You get rid of players that shouldn't be at this football club anymore. I don't care how well they train. I don't care how much you like them. I don't care how much they've been at the football club. Bin them. You've got to be ruthless. Pep bins people like Mahrez, who probably would still start for most teams in the Premier League. I need to see a ruthless Mikel Arteta this summer. Get rid of no favouritism. Bun the favouritism. If you ain't good enough, you go, I signed Zinchenko from City. I don't care. Get rid of him. Sell him. 25, 30 million, bin him. 2 good years. Thank you. On your bike. If you ain't playing centre mid, get Zinchenko out of the football club. Gabriel Jesus, if you get a good offer, move him on. Too injury prone, doesn't score goals. Brazil aren't picking him anymore. Move him on. If you can't move him on, you're a bench player next season. If you want a striker, go and get the best striker that is available to you. Don't go cheap and go, Sesko, because we're going to keep Havertz as the number 1, so I'm going to get a cheap one for the bench. Bun that, spend 80, 90 million on a gunman striker. This manager has to be ruthless next year. Because if I see people like Musiala turning up at Man City, I tell you now, it ain't going to be 91 points that wins them the title next year. They'll be getting 96, 97 points again. Do you know what I'm saying? So, this guy needs to change. I mean, Fitz said Arteta will never be ruthless. He's re-signed Jorginho. Yeah, and listen, you heard my opinion. I wouldn't have given Jorginho a new contract, but he's got to be ruthless with some other players. You know, if Jorginho sits on the bench for 29 games out of 38, it may not affect us that much. You know. Peter said KDB will be binned in the summer. He can't stay fit. Chin up, we have still done so well this season. Do you know what, right? And I'll be honest with you. I just want to see Arsenal start winning trophies. It's very painful not winning this Premier League because I feel like we could have won it. But in the midst of not winning the title, wouldn't you love to be playing in the FA Cup final next week against Man City at Wembley, 80,000, big game, sunny day? I think we've underestimated those trophies because I think sometimes you've got to use those competitions as a stepping stone to go and win the Premier League. I think sometimes as a player, especially as a young player, you've got to learn how to win. You're not just a winner. You've got to learn how to win. You might have that winning mentality inside you, but you've got to learn how to get over the finish line when it counts. I think Saka would benefit from scoring a winning goal in an FA Cup final against Man United at Wembley. You know, psychologically, you learn from that. You see the highlights for years to come. We're still watching Steven Gerrard's volley now against West Ham in the FA Cup final. Nobody said, it's only West Ham. They go, that's a special moment. You know, so I think Arsenal, how can Pep come to England and win 5 Carabao Cups? Pep didn't look down his nose at it and say, yo, I'm Pep Guardiola, I don't care about the Carabao Cup. He said, yo, this team needs to learn how to win. You win a Carabao Cup, you win an FA Cup, you win a Community Shield, then you win the Prem. Then when you've won a Prem and won another Prem, you might win the Champions League. Very hard to just go from we're not winning anything to winning the Champions League and winning the Prem. You know, I think we need to take those competitions a bit more seriously next season. There's a lot of players in the Arsenal team that haven't won silverware. Silverware also keeps players more settled. If you're Saliba in 2 years and you haven't won anything, finishing second isn't going to stop him going to Real Madrid. He's not going to go, yeah, but Arsenal keep finishing second. We're nearly there. We'll say, yo, bun that. I'm going Madrid. They win trophies every season. Salibas, these guys need to lift silverware and have big occasions. I guarantee every Arsenal fan now remembers Arsenal beating Chelsea FA Cup final. Aubameyang chipping the goalkeeper. You all remember Aaron Ramsey heading it in from Giroud's cross. You all remember Aaron Ramsey scoring in extra time against Hull City. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, those memories live with you forever as a fan, and the players will have them as well. Let me read these super chats. The players are in the tunnel. 5 minutes until kickoff. MP said, what if Rodrigo is available for 100 million? I'm a big fan of Rodrigo. He's had a fantastic season. You'd have to go for Rodrigo. The only thing you would say with Rodrigo, will he acclimatise to the Premier League? People have said he's a little bit lightweight, but he's electric. Big up MP. HR said Liverpool got 97 points and lost only one, still came second. I honestly think, though, that Man City was better than this one. I think that was a better Man City team than this one. Players coming on the pitch. Was me said we are not even with the goal difference anymore. City are 2 behind, and that's the thing. I think we need a few goals today. City could go to Tottenham and beat them 3 or 4-0. All of a sudden, the goal difference is gone as well. Elton said, I don't think it's only the Villa game. We lost more stupid points in the first half of the season with Arteta testing, yeah. Havertz midfield, Partey right back, Gabriel, they were talking about Saudi. We dropped silly points during that time. Kevin said, you should be winning if you're financially doping. Oh, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Mo said, isn't it in West Ham's best interest for Arsenal to win the league? Yeah, I heard there is an add-on. About 5 million, I think, if Rice wins the Prem. So, yeah, 5 million for West Ham if they beat City next week. And George Guna said, thoughts on signing another attacking midfielder and playing Odegaard as an 8. I 100% think Arsenal should sign another attacking midfielder. Said it before and I said it again. You take Odegaard out of this team, we are in big trouble. Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira, those guys, Havertz, Trossard, they are not going in attacking midfield and doing the business. I want to see Eze, Xavi Simons, somebody like that who can score goals, create chances. But we'll see. We will see, people. Right, 3 minutes until kickoff now, people. Let me do a like check where we're at. Are we at 1,000 likes? If we are, then we will hand out some memberships to the community. Over 4,000 of you in the chat. No excuses. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have we hit 78k yet? What are we doing here, people? We've hit 78k. Big up your damn selves. We was about 32 away. We've gone past 78k. Really appreciate the support. C-Unit community. You are legends. And we are past 1,000 likes as well. And I am a man of my word. So, you know, we passed that 1,000 likes. It means memberships are getting handed out. Why does this always make it so difficult for me to hand out membership? We'll hand out 5 there, and if we get a lot of likes, if we get 4,000 likes, I'll hand out some more post-game, people. So there you go, 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Make sure you've got it in your settings that you're eligible to be gifted a membership. Go into your YouTube settings and switch on membership gifting, I think it's called. Big up Kyle, hope you're well. Said big up Curtis, been a while. Chelsea having a little turn in fortune, man. Who would have thought a few weeks ago Chelsea would be above Manchester United? And they've now got a real chance of getting a Europa League spot, which, listen, is not a great situation for a club of Chelsea's size after spending $1 billion, but from where they were a month ago, it's some sort of mini turnaround. Right, players are on the pitch. Ten Hag and Arteta shaking hands. I'm a big fan of Ten Hag. I want him there for years to come, people. Because the guy came from Ajax. He has no style of football. He signed Anthony for 90 million. Potentially one of the worst signings in Premier League history. And, you know, he's just blown a load of money. Mason Mount. And, yeah, I want Ten Hag to stay. 10 more years, 10 more years. Eric Ten Hag playing football the Ten Hag way. But, yeah, Arsenal players are in the huddle, people. They're in the huddle, the famous huddle. Big up Sir Digital 0161 Manny on the map, people. Big up to you, bro. He's gifted a Curtis Shaw TV membership. Score predictions, people. Get them in. I do want to go crazy and say, you know, but I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to say 3-1. Do you know what? With that Man United attack, I'm going to say 3-0 clean sheet. I'm going to go 3-0. It's Old Trafford. We've won one game in 16 at Old Trafford in the Premier League. I am still a bit nervous. I'll be real, people. We're about to kick off. Declan Rice to get us underway. And we go to the game screen, people. Come on, you Gunners. We are underway, people. It is Manchester United against Arsenal. Harrison going for 2-1. 5-1, says Sean. We're on the attack already here. It's Saka right-hand side. I'm going 3-0 to Arsenal. Diddy hat-trick. 4-2, 3-0. Give him a 6-0, says Dean. We wouldn't mind that. Saka's cross is not the best. Goes out for a... No, they keep it in. Here come Arsenal early on. Odegaard, can we score early? Omar's going for 2-1. Decent transition. Not bad, to be fair. Not bad. Here's Saka, corner of the penalty area. Can we score early? Havertz, good turn onto his right foot. Stands it up back post. Oh, corner to Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners! Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Listen, people, it's still Man United at Old Trafford. Let's not take it for granted. Let's smash this team. Corner to Arsenal. And we know we are very good at corners. Declan Rice. Can we score early? I'd love an early goal in the first minute. We started the game well. In the yellow kit. In swinging corner. Deckers. What can we do? Whips in. Flicked on at the near post. Goes all the way across and it's cleared. Comes back out to Saka. Corner of the penalty area. Does well on his right foot. Twisting, turning. Crosses blocked though and Manchester United clear. I think United will try and hit us on the break because, yeah, I'll be honest, Amad Diallo, I rate him. I think he's a good player. And he's direct and he's quick. And Garnacho's a decent player as well. I'm very glad that they don't have Rashford. I know a lot of you don't rate him, but we know he has clutch games against Arsenal all the time on the counter-attack. Mark said, I love Ten Hag. What a manager. I want him to sign a 10-year deal at United, honestly. They're going nowhere. They're going nowhere. It's Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans, you know, like, have we gone in a time machine to 2015? How have they got Johnny Evans playing at centre-back? It's crazy, people. It's crazy. Throw into Arsenal. Poor throw. Cleared away by Evans. Just don't do anything stupid today. You know what? Now the game's started, I am a little bit nervous still because there's so much expectation on us. And we're up against such a poor team when you think about how many players they're missing. Both their centre-backs are out. You know, they would probably be playing Maguire. No, they'd be playing Varane and Lisandro Martinez, really. Luke Shaw would be at left-back. They would have probably... Casemiro would be in midfield. No Rashford, no bro. Oh, Saka! Saka! Shot straight at Onana. First shot for Arsenal. Do not do anything stupid today, Arsenal. That's all I'm saying. If we concentrate, move the ball well, we will deal with this team. But I am a little bit nervous at the same time. I will turn my phone off if we don't win this game. I genuinely will. I might have to message Bleacher Report and say, can we lock it off? But I think we'll win. I'm going for 3-0, but for that to happen, I do think we need to score early. The longer it's 0-0, they will grow in confidence. Yeah, I do rate that Amad Diallo. Partey gets caught, they're in! Oh, Højlund puts it wide! That is terrible from Thomas Partey. That is the old man granddad Partey. What are you doing? Yeah, random volume warning. I told you. What is that? What's he doing? Partey, bro, where do you think you are? You're not kicking balloons at the gender reveal. Move the damn ball. I don't know what Højlund's done there. He slips over and kicks the ball into the floor. That is awful. We're lucky there. I might change my prediction. No, I'm going to stick with it, but you've got to defend better than that. I don't know what... Look at that. Given away by Havertz. United on the attack. The one thing that United have, they do have some pace in that attack. Pat said, Big C, do you think Saka's 16 goals, 9 assists has glazed over a lacklustre performance? I think he's been average, just above average this year. He's produced, but the performances have been nowhere near the same level. But, you know, I'll accept him getting nearly 20 goals and double figures assists. That can help you win the title, but we have to play better than this. I've been bigging up Partey for the last few weeks. You can't be getting caught like that. It was a terrible finish by Højlund, though. He slipped over as he went to hit it. Rance will cook Rasmus for that. It was a poor finish. Amad Diallo and Garnacho. We've got to be careful with those two. Very energetic young players who are going to have a point to prove up there with Højlund. Partey has done this 5 or 6 times. He has, you know. He's having good games, but in every game, he has a little moment where he gets caught or a pass is a bit short or something not quite there. Here is Amad Diallo for Manchester United. United keeping the ball now. You make a good point regarding Saka if he wasn't penalty taker. Yeah, he's been good at penalties though. Ball over the top. Saliba wins the header. United on the attack here. They've started quite lively. Here's Garnacho, corner of the area. Don't let him shoot. Great block, Gabriel. They've still kept it. Amad Diallo cuts inside on his left foot. Looking for space. Garnacho shoots, deflected. Goes over for a corner. They need to wake up. Honestly, I have not tweeted anything too crazy because I just didn't buy into this belief that this is going to be the United that played against Crystal Palace. It won't. They're at Old Trafford with 75,000 Man United fans. They won't accept it. It's a corner to United. If we do not beat this United team, honestly, get rid of your social media for a while. They will cook us. In swinging corner, whipped in by Garnacho. Raya drops it. Comes to the back post. Amad Diallo cuts inside on his left foot. Great feet. Don't foul. Saka does well. United keep the ball. Good play there by Trossard. Come on. These positions here is where you wish we had more speed. Imagine what Leao does to Amrabat there. Look, Trossard, no chance. Didn't have the belief. Didn't have the pace. Amrabat takes it off him very easily. That's why I've said, and I know I'm a bit of a FIFA merchant, but Arsenal need to sign a 90-plus pace player in their attack in this summer. Whether that's left wing, right wing, or striker. Our front line is not quick enough. It is nowhere near quick enough. Trossard's 1v1 with Amrabat on the halfway line. Didn't want to run him. In the end, decides to run him. Amrabat says, relax, mate. You've got grey hair. You're going nowhere. So I'm not too happy with the start. 7 minutes gone. You've got to impose yourself on this United team. Can we impose ourselves now? Martin Odegaard, Saka on the overlap. Right-hand side of the area. Drills it across corner. Could he have done a little bit more there and got at him? But corner to Arsenal. People are looking for links in the chat to watch the game. Obviously, it's on Sky Sports Premier League in the UK. But if you're in different parts of the world, feel free to share any links so people can watch the game. Trossard out of the penalty box is a liability. I wouldn't go as far as liability, but I agree with what you're saying. You get Trossard in the 18-yard box, killer instinct. In the area, he just doesn't have the speed. In swinging corner, Saka to take it. Can Arsenal score in the first 8 minutes? In swinger, Saka. Lots of bodies in there. It's whipped in. Flicked on over the crossbar. Lands on the top of the net. It was Gabriel Magalhaes. Looped over the bar and 0-0. Good thing there. You look at Højlund. very poor marking of Gabriel there. Typical. Strikers don't want to defend corners. Ask any striker, they do not want to come back and defend. And he switched off there. Onana on the ball. Pat said I thought Martinelli was 90 pace on FIFA. Well, he has got the pace, but he can't get in the team at the moment. The game's showing on Peacock in America and Total Sport Tech, apparently. David Raya with the ball in his hand. Here's William Saliba on the ball.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute.
Why is Saka always half limping? I think it's just like part of his walk now. I think he does it like as part of the walk. It's just part of him. Better when Rice takes corners. Arsenal in possession. Here is Declan Rice. What is that? It's a terrible ball. David Raya manages to clear it. What are we doing? Rice tried to play it back to Raya. Underhit it. And what a sloppy start by Arsenal. What is going on here? The sunshine. Odegaard should be cooking. He should be absolutely cooking here. Solar guard business. Underhit the pass. Luckily, he got off the line quickly. Now, no fake scores in the chat, people. Come on. Can't be doing that. It's the wind, Curtis. It could be. Here's Amrabat in possession for Manchester United. Finds Onana. 10 minutes gone. Zings it out. Wan-Bissaka wins the header. Gabriel, be careful. Back to David Raya. We are playing nervous. Raya there. Slips as he kicks it. I tell you what, United will be delighted with this start. Dalot takes the ball off Saka there. We've started nervously, people. We really have. Timber was sitting behind Ten Hag. He would have been his manager, right, at Ajax. He'll know him very well. United wanted him, didn't he, as well? He couldn't get him. Man United in possession. Kobbie Mainoo. Raya is wild. We've started slow. Listen, only 11 minutes gone, so I'm not going to go too far with it. But I don't like the way we've started in possession. Arsenal, like we always said, is our worst enemy. I say it all the time. Not afraid of the opposition, people. Afraid of Arsenal. We're capable of doing anything at any given moment. And that means we can beat Man City, but we can drop points against somebody we shouldn't. I think because of United's team that is on the pitch, they're playing with minimal pressure. You know, I think that's the situation. Kobbie Mainoo there. Absolutely. Oh, come on, man. I was going to say bullied Trossard there, but Trossard did all right. Pressure bust pipes, man. You're not wrong. I think the weak United lineup is playing into their favour. United dominating possession. It's playing into there. They are playing with no pressure. We look tense on the ball. This is where you need a ball-playing centre midfielder that can just get you out under pressure. Just say, I'll take the ball, no problem. We're playing too slow. This is a Man United team. Nearly all of that team lost 4-0 on Monday. Right, the United fans have turned on them. They're struggling to even get in the Conference League. Dominate the game. Poor pass. Saliba there gives it away. We're playing like it's pre-season. We genuinely are. Jared said, today's my birthday, see. Bless up, we owe Man United. Happy birthday to you, Jared Green. Appreciate you tuning in. And hope you have a great birthday, bro. Hope Arsenal don't mess things up. Arsenal need a Tony Kroos, yeah? Look at this, man. Dalot skips past Ben White. Drives past Declan Rice. Come on. Goes out. Oh, my days. Trossard nearly scored an own goal. Goes out for a corner. Poor start. I know it's early in the game. People will say, oh, it's only 13 minutes. Calm down. I'm sorry. You have to set the tempo in games like this. And we have not set any tempo. We're allowing them to keep the ball. They look like a team that are playing with no fear. They look like, you know what? We've got a weak team out. We'll have a go at them. Corner to Manchester United. Amad Diallo whips it in, headed away at the near post. United keep the ball. Wan-Bissaka goes all the way back to Andre Onana on the halfway line. We need to wake up. Saka heads it away. United still have possession. They're dominating the game at the moment. They haven't created a lot, but in terms of chances, they haven't created much, but they're having way more of the ball than us, which is very frustrating. Here's Dallo, who's doing some driving runs at left back. I know, I did say that. I said it's more about the result than the performance, but I'm going to be honest. Having seen that, the team that they've got out, I saw Rashford and Bruno in training yesterday for them, so I thought they'd be starting. Having not seen them start and that defence, they got Casemiro at centre-back, people. Come on. Here's Dallo again. Dallo shoots, goes over. He's asking for a corner off Partey. The referee says no. It is a goal kick. Come on. We have to wake up. I know it is more about the result than the performance, but I would still like to see a good performance. Snake Eyes, big up for the super chat, says, big up Big C, how is Kevin Campbell? Are you going to collab with him soon? Big up the community for every Arsenal goal. I have 5, Curtis Shaw. Memberships, big up yourself. Kev's on the mend. I will get him on. I just don't want to rush him on, you know. He did say he will come on soon, though. So hopefully, maybe after the last game of the season, we'll do a review of the season or something. Arsenal in possession. Can we keep the ball better? Gabriel. We've got to do better than this if we're going to win this game. There's a lot of Arsenal players that I haven't even mentioned so far in this game. Have you heard me mention Trossard, Odegaard? Saka's hardly touched the ball. Havertz has hardly touched the ball. Our attack needs to get going. Like, you have to understand, our season is riding on this game. You've got to step it up. Keep the ball. Impose yourself on them. We've got a better team on the pitch than they have. Here's Ben White. Arsenal keeping possession a little bit. If we draw, is the title race over? Yeah, done and dusted. Trossard in space, left-hand side, up against Wan-Bissaka. Decent ball in. Goes past everyone, goes to the back post. Odegaard gives it away. A terrible pass. Then backs out of the 50-50 with Dallo, but he does win it back. Be strong. Loses it. Odegaard's got to do better than that. Got to be stronger. Saka in possession. Here's Thomas Partey. We have to lift it. Come on. The thing is, yeah, Wan-Bissaka is a bit of a 1v1 demon. To do him, you've got to be clever and move him around. You know, you can't just run at him, especially with Trossard doesn't really have that blistering pace to do Wan-Bissaka. I think he needs to be a little bit more clever and twist him and turn him a little bit. But Arsenal in possession, which is better. Even though we're playing quite slow, I do want to see Arsenal dominate the ball a lot more. Which is what we need to do. Man United in possession. Declan Rice. No, Tomiyasu, sorry, in possession. Is Odegaard drunk? We need to get him on the ball more. I was predicting 3-0. I might change it. But I do think if we can score early, we can get back. Are you going to do a watch-along Tuesday? Listen, as long as we win today, then we will be there. We will be there, people. Odegaard hides in big game. I mean, he's done well this year, especially since January. But here he is. Come on, Odegaard. Come on. Move the ball. It's too slow. We're slowing the game down a lot, man. Lift the tempo. They got Casemiro at centre-back with Johnny Evans. They're about 85 between them. You've got to move them about. That's why that's why Palace, beat them, because Eze Mateta and Olise, they had a lot of movement. Yeah, we'll do a Champions League watch-along as well. Definitely. Hala Madrid, will they get their 15th Champions League? I hope they do, personally. Be good for Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, all them guys. Feels like a game for ESR. ESR can get on the ball and dribble in midfield. That's a good ball into Tomiyasu. Left-hand side. Gets tackled quite comfortably by Casemiro. Oh, he loses the ball. Should have got a corner. Didn't even get a corner there. Gets pickpocketed. Arsenal have the ball back. Trossard, come on, lift it. Odegaard finds Thomas Partey. We have to play better than this. Very slow tempo so far. Listen, it is a hot day, and I know I sound like Ty, making excuses for the weather, but you've got to preserve your energy, I suppose. You know, you can't run around like a madman for 90 minutes, but you've got to come out of the blocks flying a little bit better than this, man. It's United away. Darren said it's his son's 8th birthday tomorrow. He's a huge Saka fan. We must win this game. Big up to him. Happy birthday. Let's hope. Let's hope we're celebrating a victory tomorrow, man. And listen, you're right, Jamie. You know, Onana shot stopping has been terrible. Look at that, man. Who gave that away? Absolutely dreadful. Saliba, sloppy pass to Thomas Partey. I'm sorry. People in the chat, some people say, oh, it's only 10 minutes, only 15 minutes. We've had this conversation before. Here's Havertz. Come on, do something. You're up against Johnny Evans. Drills it across. Yeah! There we go! Hey! Leandro Trossard! Yes! Trossardinho with the goal. Havertz with the assist. And Johnny Evans, mate, he'll be on the pensioners bus on the way home. He's about 68 years of age, people. Couldn't deal with Havertz. Dropped a shoulder on him. Rolled it across. And Bossard, a.k.a. Trossard, with the goal. Mr. Clutch. 1-0 to Arsenal. We said it all along, people. Move them around and we will score. You lift the tempo. They can't cope with it. Johnny Evans, the old man, Havertz drops a shoulder on him, sends him to the shops. I'll have a packet of millions and a Calypso. And he didn't turn back up, people. Look at Evans on the turn here. Turns like a double-decker bus. And Trossard, you get him in the penalty area, he will do bits, people. That's where he needs to be. Bossard 1-0. Good assist by Havertz. Evans turned like a double-decker bus, people. Yes, come on. Let's batter them now. Come on. We're 1-0 up without even playing well. Big up Snake Eyes, who's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big up yourself. Trossard, man, you get him in the penalty area, things can happen. We're now 3 goals ahead of Manchester City. Now, I'm not comfortable with that. I'll be real. If Tottenham don't turn up on Tuesday, they could get hammered. 3 goals is not enough. Arsenal need to score a couple more goals. We need to score a couple more goals. United, very sloppy in possession. Gave the ball away really easily. Who was it who gave the ball away? I think it might have been Casemiro. Or was it Onana? Terrible by them. Yeah, Onana clipped it long. Yeah, didn't even challenge, and it all started from there. Top of the league, people. Top of the league, but it's about staying there. Let's lift that goal difference. Havertz, you know, I said by the end of this season, he's going to get out of here with some decent numbers. That's another assist. Look at that, 12 goals this season for Trossard. Do you know what I mean? For a guy that hasn't started half the season, that's now 12 goals and 7 assists for Kai Havertz. 19 goal contributions in 37 games, which is not bad when you think how slow he started the season. Gabriel Magalhaes, that is an outstanding ball into Trossard. Arsenal on the attack. Can we go and get a second or a third here? Put them away. Saka rolls it to Ben White, gets the byline. It's a terrible cross. Puts it out for a goal kick. How has he mishit that? Gunnar Carlos, did you see Casemiro keep Havertz on? Havertz smart. Casemiro's not a centre-back. He's not clued in. You know, he dropped back. I thought Havertz was offside. Then you could see Casemiro playing him on. Lovely play by Havertz, though. He just showed Johnny Evans down the line and rolled it across. Trossard taps it in from 6 yards. That's a foul, surely. Højlund grabs Gabriel. Free kick to Arsenal. Disappointed with that cross by Ben White. We had 2 players at the back post there. Just chip it to the back post. He slices it. And it goes out for a goal kick. What you want to do now, if you're Arsenal, and big up Snake Eyes who gifted the memberships. Welcome to the 5 new members. What you want to do now if you're Arsenal is score another goal or two and make United feel like the game's over by half time. 1-0, they're still in the game. Can we go 2 or 3 goals up? So RJ said, not sure if it's Mother's Day in the UK, but it is in the US. Big up all the mothers, yeah, of course. Big up my mother. And all the mums out there doing a great job. It's not Mother's Day in the UK. It's in March in the UK. It's already gone. Surely that's a free kick. Ahmad. What? He's given the free kick to them. He pushed Trossard over there. How is that a foul? Ten Hag. No, I won't even read that. Massive game, win or it's over. Stand up, be counted. Over 4,500 of you in the chat. Hit the likes. Let's get 4,000 likes. Arsenal are top of the league and they are beating Manchester United 1-0 through Leandro Trossard. We haven't been at our best, but maybe that says more about us than them. We haven't played that well and still we're winning 1-0. Trossard blocks it. It's Mother's Day in the Caribbean, Africa, and the USA, apparently, so big up. We must score 4. Casemiro is terrible. Casemiro's been struggling in midfield. You know, never mind at centre-back. So, listen. We need to punish them here. Throw in on the halfway line. Casemiro just looks tired. He looks like he needs a break. I almost feel bad for the guy. The guy needs some time off. Throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. Mother's Day in Italy too. Big up. Make sure you hit the likes, people. Hit the likes. The away fans are singing loud. Casemiro looking like Caitlyn Jenner with a trim. Oh dear, it's crazy. He needs to go Saudi. Yeah, the Arsenal fans are making a lot of noise here. Snake Eyes pledged 5 memberships at every goal and he's delivered. Hey, let's hope he has to deliver a few. I'm expecting a few goals here. Trossard tries to bring it down. Diallo's got the ball back for United. They appeal for handball. Hoyland gives it away. United now of hopefully they drop off. Saka is pulled down by Dallo. How is that not a yellow card? Surely. Just grabs him and pulls him down there. Arsenal in possession. Still playing quite slow, but listen, we're 1-0 up. Hopefully now we can grow in confidence. A goal will do that in a game. A goal will always do that. 10 goals, 50 new members. It will be good. I think Arsenal now 3 goals ahead of City. We need at least 2 more. Hey, your prediction's still on, Cruz. You said 3-0. Trossard, Havertz and Partey. Trossard got the goal. Arsenal in possession. Havertz drops it into Odegaard. It's given away, but United then give it away. Partey. Into Gabriel. Finds Saliba. United press him from the front, though. They're not giving us a lot of time. Ben White rolls it into Havertz. Saka. Havertz is fouled. Referee says play on. Good ball by Saka. Into Declan Rice. This is a chance. Trossard on the overlap. Oh, no. His feet get caught up. Shot there. Blocked Tomiyasu's shot. Odegaard keeps the ball. Havertz out wide. Arsenal are playing very, very slow. They're really playing at a slow tempo. Ben White, though, finds Saka, corner of the penalty area. Into Ben White. What's he got? Oh, he puts it over. It was a tight angle. Would have been good if he could have hit the target there, but he puts it over from a tight angle. Great ball into Saka. He slipped over. Ben White continues his run. He rolls it back into him. Tries to shoot from a tight angle. It goes a long way wide in the end. I think Onana would have struggled, you know. Well, it's not too far away. Timber scores that. Well, I can't wait for Timber to play for Arsenal, you know. Really can't. Ben White there in a good position. Tomiyasu is inverting into midfield, by the way. Unknown C, big up, bro. He said, make it 2-0. Man United will collapse. The impression that I've got from that team selection is that Ten Hag's done with the league. You know, he's put a team on there that will be competitive. he hasn't picked a team that he genuinely believes is going to win the game. I'm sorry, he hasn't. He could have risked Rashford and Bruno. They have trained. Arsenal need to go 2 or 3-0 up, kill this game off. Then you might have an opportunity in the second half to rest a couple of players. So, yeah, we've got to get this game dealt with. Don't turn this into a game that 70, 80 minutes we're still at 1-0 and, anything can happen at 1-0. We've got to go and score. First shot would have resulted to a goal. Casemiro and Maguire, we trust. Oh, dear. They'd have loved Maguire to have played today, to be honest. With Casemiro at centre-back. Hope Zinchenko will not play for Arsenal again. He could potentially cost us a title, says John. Thermal said we need to deal with United. San said, Declan is quiet, nervous players. We need to work on winning mentality. You got to think a player like Declan Rice never been in this situation. I know he won the Conference League with West Ham, but a Premier League title race with Man City in it is a lot of pressure and expectation. So he needs to deal with it. Lou said, Curtis, I've been a fan for 3 years. Really appreciate that. Christopher said, 100C, probably worst United 11 for a long time. I think it almost takes a lot of the pressure off United having that team on the pitch because there's no expectation. Garnacho plays a 1-2, pulls it back, looking for McTominay. Odegaard gets in the way and Partey completes the clearance. Saka gets caught on the ball. Havertz goes in to help United win the ball back. Kobbie Mainoo, driving run. Corner of the penalty area, finds Garnacho. Steps on the ball. Kobbie Mainoo still got it though. Turns Saka. Good tackle by Ben White. United still have it. Casemiro, 30 yards out, shoots. It's blocked. It's like a game of pinball at the moment. Ball's high in the air now. Odegaard doesn't even jump. Partey didn't jump either. Kobbie Mainoo keeps possession for United. We have to get a second goal here. 1-0, I'm not comfortable at all with 1-0. We definitely need to score again. Garnacho down this left-hand side for United. Finds Kobbie Mainoo. Well, it's blocked. Goes back to him. It's a foul. Silly free kick. Ref says play on. Højlund 1v1 with Gabriel in the area. And Arsenal clear it. I'll be honest. We're still not playing great. Honestly, I know we're 1-0 up and I'm delighted we're winning. We've got to go up another level, in my opinion, to finish this game off. The way we're playing at the moment feels like we could still allow them back into the game. We're allowing them to have the ball too much. Lou said, Dad's been watching since Frank Stapleton. Yeah, back in the day, man. Long ball up in the air. It's Rasmus Højlund. Pins it well. Mainoo finds McTominay. 25 yards out. Left foot shot goes wide. And it goes out for an Arsenal goal kick. Rice and Odegaard are bad today, said Abdo. We look very nervous, said South London's finest. Jason said we are playing very dangerous football. Let's shut these lot down. Listen, a second goal and I think they disappear. But while it's 1-0, you're always giving them that belief that something can happen, which is frustrating. Jim Ratcliffe and some of the new Man United board members are there. Watching United, hopefully watching them get smashed by Arsenal. That's empty out Old Trafford, says Jake. Long ball over the top. Evans wins the header above Havertz. United have the ball again. Kobbie Mainoo sidesteps Ben White. Very easy. Here come United. Scott McTominay. I just don't like the way we're playing. I don't like it. Garnacho up against Ben White. Rolls it back to Amrabat in too much space. Kobbie Mainoo is a baller, says Carl. Yeah, he's very calm on the ball. Garnacho finds Dalot. United in possession. Highbury's local badge said, I agree. See, we're not playing well. You've got to step up. You go 1-0 up. You should take the momentum away from United. I feel like we've allowed them to grow back into the game now. Nothing to panic about, but you know, the alarm bells, you know, you don't want them to get back into the game. Jason said, watching the game with his son, who's a United fan, the bragging rights at the moment. Oh, dear. I'll be letting him be a United fan, bro. It's crazy. Suppose you can't stop them. Dalot shot deflected. It's up in the air. Arsenal scramble it away. We're losing every second ball that comes out. They get the ball back. Wan-Bissaka finds Diallo up against Trossard. It's too easy. They're winning. Every time we clear the ball, they get it back. Ball whipped into the back post. Ben White chests it down to Rayo. Rayo has the ball in his hand. Ten Hag suit looks like it's from a jumble sale. Oh, dear. We need to win 4 or 5-0, bro. We need to lift the tempo. We're not creating anything. We're not even getting the ball. United are having more possession. We're not getting high up the pitch. We've got to play better than this. David Rayo, edge of the penalty area. This tactic is like we're playing to avoid relegation. Maybe it's just strange how we're playing so slow. I don't get it. United struggled with the tempo that Palace delivered them on Monday, and we're kind of doing the opposite. David Raya still in possession. Well, we've gone back to him. Gabriel and Saliba come short. Is there too much sun for Odegaard? I expected Solargaard to be cooking today. Maybe the light's too bright for him, you know? Vanguard said we need a goal ASAP. 12 years a subscriber. I don't know how, bro. I've only been at I've only had a channel for about 3 or 4 years. So maybe in your mind you've been a subscriber for 12 years, but I'm pretty certain we've only had a channel for 3 or 4 years. So throw in to Man United. Raya's long pass for Trossard is overhit. People saying United have had 82% possession. Is that true? That's outrageous. Let's have a look. Possession stats. No, it says 52%. Maybe in the last 5 minutes. Oh, last 5 minutes. Fair enough. United in possession. Go and press, man. Get after them. Here we go. Oh, Onana. Bad pass to Onana, but he manages to clear it. And they get out somehow. Højlund gets it to Amad Diallo. Up against Tomiyasu. He's cooked him. Great footwork. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty. Or a free kick on the edge. Diallo's got good footwork, man. He's still on the floor. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Diallo's still on the floor. Kobe Mainu, yeah, he kicks the ball out. There'll probably be a VAR check on this. 12 years has flown by, people. Aye, the little roll on Trossard. Oh, my days. They're doing a VAR check for a penalty. Partey slipped over. I don't think that's a pen. I mean, he's holding his leg. I don't know what's going on being a subscriber for 99 years. They're not going to get a penalty for that, surely. Partey slipped over. I don't think he made any contact with him, but got to be careful. Diallo's got great feet, man. Did Partey make any contact? He touches the ball, actually, I think. I'm sure Partey makes a little clip of the ball. Let's have a look. Does he touch the ball? I'm sure he does. There. Touches the ball. Touches the ball. It's not a penalty. Amad Diallo is down injured. I hope he comes off because he looks lively. I'll take him coming off. Anthony is probably not even as good as him. He's way more direct. I just want Arteta to be aware that, you know, we need to play better than this. This level is not good enough. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, I've been a subscriber since I had my horse and carriage. Oh, dear. Been a fan since after the Second World War, yeah. Been a fan for 38,000 years. No penalty VAR check done. Showing you the Arsenal goal. Onana kicked it long. Casemiro is like 8 or 9 yards behind the rest of the United defence. Havertz would have been yards offside. And Casemiro's just standing there playing him on. It's terrible defending. Great ball. Trossard can't miss. 5 yards out. Open goal. Job done. Thank you very much. And somewhat. I think they're done. Check. I don't think they're there. There's a break in play for Amad Diallo. He's coming off. Well, he's coming to the touchline to get treatment. I don't know what happened, did he? Been a fan since Opal Fruit days. The good old days, man. Opal Fruits. Why'd they change him to Starburst? There was no need. That's never a pen. A Man United fan saying it's a pen. He catches the ball. He gets the ball. You can see it on the replay. We're back underway. Onana kicks it long. It's a poor kick. Goes straight to David Raya. Being a subscriber since the Betamax days. Is it Betamax or Betamax? I think it's Betamax, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal back in possession. Arsenal are back in possession. It is a weird game, Al, you're right. And just there again, ball given away by Arsenal. Again, it's so poor. It's just unnecessary. Ball into Havertz, over hits the pass. United are on the attack. Ball's out wide. Partey stretches for it. Goes out for a corner. This is so poor. Honestly, if we were not winning 1-0, I would be making a whole heap of noise about this performance. I've been a subscriber since birth. You were born a subscriber. I'm sorry, 1-0, great. This is not a good performance. Nowhere near, far from it. Corner to Manchester United. Anything can happen from a set piece. Ball whipped in swing or headed away at the near post by Havertz. Free kick given to Arsenal for a high foot. Partey's having a poor game. Partey, Odegaard, Rice, quiet. Midfield's not at it at all. Found during Woolworths. The good old days of Woolworths, eh? Woolworths and Blockbuster and JJB Sports and all them shops that they closed down over the years. Being a subscriber since Cruz was in diapers. Being a fan since Panda Pop Day. Are Panda Pops still around? I'm sure they must be still around. Anyway, Arsenal in possession. 5 minutes till half time. We have not played well, but I will take 1-0 at the end of the day. Hey, I am Brian. Relax yourself. David Ray gives it to Gabriel. I'm going to be honest. For a Man United Arsenal game, it's been pretty boring. We're playing at a slow tempo. And United, look at that from Havertz. You're looking for the free kick. Be strong and stand up. Here's Garnacho, corner of the area. Good defending, Saliba. Cowardly play that is from Havertz. Should have stood up and been strong. Oh, Saka was looking for Havertz. Should have stood up and been strong. Instead, he fell down looking for the free kick. And United, the referee said carry on. Been a subscriber since Teletext. The good old days, man. Here come United. Diallo is back on, by the way. Nothing wrong with him. Did he just make a meal of it because he was looking for a penalty? It's been such a slow game, honestly. If you're not watching the game, people, it has been pretty boring. Casemiro in possession. Goes back to Onana. Louise said, I used to work for JJB in Aylesbury. I had the pleasure of serving Nigel Winterburn. Man like Winterburn, you know. Left back legend. Diallo in possession on the halfway line. He's probably been Man United's brightest player, to be honest. Diallo. Very direct, very quick. Yeah, a lot more difficult to defend than Anthony. He's a lot quicker. Ball over the top. That's a great ball. Garnacho 1v1 with Ben White. Corner of the area. Saka comes across. Garnacho gets across. Good save by Raya. And it's cleared by Saka. He done him there. Went down the line. Crossed it. It was palmed out of the near post by Raya. It then fell and it got cleared, but we've got to do better. We're making such an average Man United team look like this is a contest, you know? Big up Highbury's local badger, man. Nathan said, some called you reactive when you demanded accountability after Villa. That loss could cost us the title, you're right. The thing is, I expect Man United to play like this. Nothing's happening, they got a weak team, we're fighting for the title. We can't afford to play like this. Just score a second and finish this team off. Goal kick to Arsenal, 2 minutes to go. Pre-season tempo said, Raddy. Saliba said, what is this, bro? How are we allowing this United team to play like this? United are the better team. I'm not even capping. I mean, Garnacho sidesteps Ben White there easily. That's too easy. Makes it look like he's going to cut in on his right foot. Just goes down the line. Drops the shoulder on him. Good save by Raya. I think McTominay was going to try and bicycle it, but couldn't get control. All you got to do is get the second, third goal. This United team will disappear. 1-0, and their fans still believe they're in it. David Raya kicks it long. Havertz loses the header. Havertz struggling today. So is Thomas Partey. There's an Arsenal player down on the floor there. Havertz fouls Johnny Evans. Not having a good game. Who is the Arsenal player down on the floor? I didn't even see it. It's Saliba. Damn. Please tell me that's not anything serious. Højlund jumps into, barges him in his back. Hey, lands awkwardly there. I think that's more the landing on the floor than an actual injury with his leg. His back up, he's fine. How are we allowing Man United to have more energy than us? We haven't played midweek. United played on Monday night, got battered. We should have more energy than them. Ball over the top, looking for Wan-Bissaka. Tomiyasu shields it out for a throw-in on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. A minute till half-time. How long will they add on? Listen, I'm delighted that we're winning the game. But we have not played well today. We just haven't. We just haven't. Saka's been quiet. Trossard scored. Done very little else. Havertz has been poor. Odegaard's non-existent. Partey's getting caught on the ball. Declan Rice, he's playing like Declan Couscous again. Only half of him has turned up. And we don't look great. Diallo turns but loses possession. Tomiyasu finds Odegaard. You're going to get clamped. He does get clamped by Amrabat. Referee says play on. Looks for Højlund. Saliba does well. Højlund's pressing. Look how hard they're working. Look, and he has to kick out for a throw. I'm sorry, listen, let me tell you something. It's unacceptable for Man United to be outrunning and outfighting the Arsenal team. Look at that from Odegaard. Follow your runner. We're in a title race and we're being outworked by a United team that are 8th in the league that have just lost 4-0. Kobbie Mainoo whips it in. It's caught by David Raya. I'm sorry, our midfield's non-existent. We're playing like Bagel FC again. Odegaard don't want the ball. He's hiding. Partey's giving the ball away. And Declan Rice, he's not turned up either. We're not playing well at all. Arteta needs to have a serious word with him at half-time. I'm sorry. I know we're 1-0 up. Some people say, calm down, we're winning. No. These are the warning signs. United look like they can score. We don't. Outside of the goal, we've created nothing really. You're right, Caps. They've got an FA Cup final against Man City. They're fired up for it. So they're going to run through brick walls to try and get in the team. Maybe the Man City game has deflated Arsenal. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Look, City went 1-0 up yesterday. It wasn't like, oh, let's switch off and win 1-0. They battered Fulham yesterday. Throw into Arsenal near the halfway line. 3 minutes added on. We're approaching 2 minutes. Shay said, I've been a subscriber since Ten Hag had dreadlocks. Havertz with the flick on there. Oh, my days. He landed on his own player. Oh, that is a no-diddy moment, by the way, if you saw that. He just landed on Saka. Here's Diallo, who's been probably one of Man United's best players. That's a lovely ball into Amrabat. Amrabat whips it in. Here's Garnacho at the back post. Ben White's got to close him. He does close him. The shot's blocked. This is not a good performance. Some people say, oh, don't be negative, we're winning. No. We've seen these performances. They can bite you on the backside if you don't, deal with it. And Onana's on the halfway line on the ball. Passes it out wide. We're making a poor Man United team look decent. And it is so frustrating. The lack of quality that we're showing here. Where are you, Odegaard? Half-time whistle goes. They need half-time. They definitely need half-time. Let's get the half-time tweet out. That performance is not good enough. We're making an average United look dangerous. Right, there's our half-time tweet. How are you guys feeling? Personally, first of all, boring first half. Very boring. And when I look through the team, I mean, the back four, I'll let them off. Ben White put a poor cross in, but Partey today getting caught on the ball. Declan Rice, quiet. Odegaard, non-existent. This is Ghostergaard. I wanted Solargaard. They've delivered Ghostergaard. Saka has hardly touched the ball. Trossard scored. I'll let him off his clutch. He has quiet games and scores. Havertz non-existent, but at least he got an assist, so I'll let him off. But I'm sorry, the tempo has to go up. And there will be people in the comments saying, yeah, but we're winning, calm down. No. No, no, no. United look better than we do. That is unacceptable. That's unacceptable. We've hardly created anything outside of the goal. We're lacking control of the game. And we're making a Man United team that is absolutely depleted look decent. And like I said before, no Luke Shaw, no Varane, no Lisandro, that's 3. Casemiro would be in midfield with Maino. No Bruno Fernandes. No Rashford. You know, half their team is out. We should not be making this team look good. That is our full-strength team, probably outside of Timber, who you would probably put at left-back, and maybe Martinelli if he was in form. I think we need to change our team slightly. Is it a game for Gabriel Jesus? Do you take off Partey for Jorginho? I think Jorginho and Partey and Havertz for Gabriel Jesus would be the ones I'd be looking at. And there's no real excuse for us looking tired because we played last weekend. Man United played on Monday and got battered. They should look more tired than us. They've got Evans and Casemiro at the back. I can accept, you know, not playing great. What I can't accept is United looking like they're outrunning us or outworking us or looking more energetic than us. I know they're at Old Trafford. I know the fans are backing them, so they are going to have a bit of a bounce back from that hammering on Monday. We always talk about a wounded animal. But Arsenal have to perform better than this. They have to perform better than this. This United team is weak, and we're making them look decent. But listen, we are winning. That's the positive. We are winning. Saka very quiet against Dallo, said MP. Yeah. Listen, Saka is... This season, Saka has been a moments player. He has quiet performances. He might pop up with a goal or pop up with an assist. You won't think of many games this season, especially against the bigger clubs, where you will say, you know what, Saka really ripped up that left back. He hasn't. He's waiting for a moment. So, yeah, Dallo's done well against him. Massive game. Yeah, big up South London. Hit the like button, people. Big up everyone who's subscribed. We've just gone past 78k. So, I really appreciate that. And hit the like button. Let's get past 4,000 likes today. It's a boring game. I tell you that much. It is a boring game. Cameron said, saying take Partey off for J5 after you slated him. Listen. When you was a kid, sometimes your mum bought food that you didn't like that much. But guess what? When you're starving, you might have to just have that. It's in the cupboard. It's all you've got. Jorginho right now is like back bread. You know, is the bread that when it's a full loaf, you don't go anywhere near it. When you're short and you're hungry, you might have to use it for some, you know, beans on toast or something, you know. So that's where we're at right now, people. Back bread settings. You know, Jorginho, back bread. Sam said this was meant to be the game we win the league. Everton at home is pretty much a done deal. The Villa game is haunting us. We need a miracle. I need a miracle. Listen, I want goal difference. That's what I want. With 3 goals ahead of United, I want us to end 3 goals ahead of City. I want us to end today 5 or 6 goals ahead of Man City. City could annihilate Tottenham on Tuesday. HR said we need to win 5-0 and increase the goal difference. We are complacent. I honestly don't understand the performance today. I'm trying to figure out why we're playing like this. I think it's the energy levels of United. They're putting us under pressure. And it is Old Trafford. It is 75 or 78,000, whatever it is. And United are active. They are active. They're putting in a shift. They don't have the quality at the moment to trouble us. but we can't take it for granted. Diallo looks good. They're showing you Casemiro just playing him onside. Look at the movement by Trossard. Any young player, ball's coming from that side, make that darting run across the near post. Wan-Bissaka's a lot quicker than Trossard. Trossard's intelligence gets him the goal. Wan-Bissaka doesn't track him. And Martin, you're right, it is the entire team. It's not like one or two players are not at it and the rest are. We're talking about a lackluster performance. So Roy Keane's there looking. I think Roy Keane's hammering United. Yeah, like you got to do better. You got to take some pride. Stand up and be counted, man. It wasn't that Irish, that was it. I was trying. I might have to practice the Roy Keane accent. Martinelli, yeah. I mean, he won't take Trossard off yet because he's scored. I think Jesus, definitely it's a game for him. Harvey said, Kurt, who do you think is Man United's GOAT? I suppose George Best, Cristiano Ronaldo, Eric Cantona. I think Ronaldo wouldn't be classed as their GOAT because he wasn't there for that long. So I think it would probably be Cantona or George Best, maybe Bobby Charlton, you know, if you're going back for what they've achieved over the years. So any United fan in the chat, let me know. Max said we are being conservative. Some people saying Wayne Rooney as well. I feel like Rooney was outperformed by Ronaldo, though, for them years. Ryan Giggs, he had a great career there, but I don't think he ever reached the heights of Ronaldo and Rooney. But some people saying Beckham. White Glove said Odegaard and Kai Havertz give the ball away too much. We haven't been good today. We haven't in possession. MP said Ben can't help Saka. He needs to track Garnacho. See, you're actually spot on there, MP. Ben White is nervous to go and overlap Saka because if we get caught on the counter-attack, Garnacho is very direct. He's causing him problems. And Ben White's probably thinking, let me just stay back and protect the ball rather than bombing on in the risk that Garnacho hits us in transition. So I think you're spot on there. 55% possession for United, 45% for Arsenal. I have to admit, it feels worse than that. Kartik said, those who think it's great, we're 1-0 up, please leave this club. Spuds is where you're meant to be. This Man United team is mid-table-ish. We need winning mentalities. Listen, if we win this game 2 or 3-0, nobody worries about that first half. What I am saying is, there's people in the chat saying, why am I complaining we're winning 1-0? Listen, look at that Man United team. Look at what they did on Monday. We need to finish this game off sooner rather than later. And there are too many players today who don't look up for it. Sometimes in football, you have a day where your game is not as good, right? And it doesn't quite work out as well. But the work rate, the intensity, there's no excuse for that. And I'm not hearing the energy excuse because Man United played on Monday. We didn't. They lost 4-0. Their confidence level's on the floor. There's no reason that Manchester United should be overrunning the Arsenal team with Casemiro and Johnny Evans at centre-back. You know, it just shouldn't. Odegaard, these are the games where I make those judgments sometimes where I praise him and say he's such a talented player, but you've got to turn up in games like this. You know, we need you to turn up. You're a former Real Madrid player. You're the captain. So we'll see. Second half, listen, if we can score early, I think we finish them off. Zach said we're on the beach, you can see. I just wonder, are those Man City wins taking enthusiasm and energy out of the team? You know, you're constantly having to outdo them. They never slip up. They don't draw. They're battering teams. The goal difference is getting smaller. Are Arsenal a little bit mentally drained from what Manchester City are doing to them? But if they are, my question would be why? You've got no excuse for that. You've got to perform, my friend. We're in a title race here, so don't feel sorry for yourselves. Win the game. Finish this United team off. See if Tottenham can do something on Tuesday. You've got to do your job at the end of the day. Catch you at full time, says Greg. Big up. I know it's all about winning, but we can't perform like this. You're right, says Footy Talks. Andrew J54 said no excuses, Curtis. Yeah, I'm with you. Listen, I'm not giving them an excuse. I'm saying, what is the reason for this kind of performance? If I'm Arsenal today, I'm turning up going, right, we won last week against Bournemouth. We've won our last 4 games. United are out of form, just been battered. We need to turn up here and deal with this United team and show them levels. No Rashford, no Bruno, no Varane, no Lisandro, no Luke Shaw. There should be no fear about beating this Man United team. But listen, if we can score the second goal, I believe we can take the game away from them. MP said, I expect more from Odegaard, 100%. Needs to improve on this. This is not a good one. Ab Barney said, United got no one on the bench. An early goal will kill them off. Just looking at their bench, who would they bring on? Probably Ericsson and Anthony is probably the most you're going to get from them. We've got a good bench today. Smith Rowe, Jesus, Martinelli. You know, if you need a goal, Jorginho maybe, if you need to keep the ball. So we got no excuse. We've got absolutely no excuse. Adam said, big up to you and your channel, Big C. But to be honest, I don't see City slipping up. They're probably going to win the league. Expectation, City don't drop a point. That's the reality. They beat Tottenham comfortably. They beat West Ham. They win the league. Hope, they go to Tottenham. It's been their bogey ground. Tottenham get a draw out of nowhere. Son goes back to prime Son. And Maddison starts cooking and maybe, you know, a red card or a dodgy penalty for Man City goes against them. Hope, expectation, different things. We have to be there in the hope. MP said, C, do you think it's because they know the title is over? Listen, that Arsenal team have no right to go on a pitch and feel sorry for themselves and think that the title is over. You got 2 games left. You win them both and you see what happens. We've seen strange things happen. Is it impossible for Manchester City to draw away from home at Tottenham? They have not won, I believe, at that stadium in the Premier League since it's been built. They beat them once in the FA Cup this season in that stadium. So, listen, this Arsenal team should not be feeling sorry for themselves, should not be on the beach. Handle business. Don't create any problem for yourselves today. Arteta should be saying, listen, first of all, well done, you're winning. But you have got to perform better than this. We're nearly at full strength. They're a depleted team right now. Their fans will turn on them if they go 2 or 3-0 down because they are not happy with the football. They're not happy with Ten Hag. A lot of their new signings have done nothing this season. So you've got to go and kill the game off. Second goal. 1-0 makes me feel very uncomfortable. And it should make every Arsenal fan uncomfortable. So, listen. I don't expect to see a team giving up. I will be doing a watch-along on Tuesday because I believe something can happen in that Tottenham-Manchester City game. I really do. Do I think it will? Who knows? But we will see just in case. And it is, Nathan, you're right. It's a goal difference opportunity with 3 goals ahead of Manchester City. We need to score another goal or 2 because City are capable of matching us on goal difference as well. Did you see Trossard's muted celebration? I mean, he never really goes that mad when he scores, does he? He just kind of does that and that's it. But there's a real strange tempo about the game. I think United, I mean, they haven't got a lot to play for, but they are still capable of getting a Europa League spot. So I think that's why you have seen a little bit of enthusiasm from them. But we're playing for the title. We've got to do more. Get the second goal, and then we go from there. We go from there and see what happens, you know. Right. Players are back on the pitch for the second half. Put some DMX and 50 Cent on in the locker. Let's get at them. They probably start crying, some of these players. Too emotional for hardcore hip-hop. Go and put some Mary J. Blige on for them or some Mariah Carey. Players should be chasing individual stats. You're right. You're spot on. Come on, second half. Let's handle business. Just get this game won. Don't turn it into any sort of contest. Manchester United, get us underway. Come on, I want a more exciting game as well. It's been a really boring game. I'm watching the game with Cruz. He's in the background watching the game. We're hoping for more excitement, though. I want to see more goals, man. Want to definitely see more goals. But let's see. Arsenal in possession. David Raya. Big second half needed. Show them levels in this half, man. I expect to see United tile. They've played 2 games, Monday and Sunday now. They got battered in London. They've had to travel back. All the criticism of the defeat. Manager's job's on the line. They will tire if we move the ball properly, you know. Ben White, that's a nothing pass. MP said, either way, win the Premier League or not, they need to put up a stellar performance as runners-up. Yeah, there's a way of losing. Don't embarrass yourself. War Eagle is a new member. Big up. Appreciate that. We'll do an end-of-season member stream after the game against Everton. So it'll be maybe on the Monday or the Tuesday. Big up to you for becoming a member on the channel. Big up everyone locked in. Nearly 5,000 of you. Don't forget, I'll be live on Bleacher Report at 6:30, not long after the game finishes. The link's in the chat. You do need to download the Bleacher Report mobile app if you want to tune into that. Snake Eye says for Cruz, big up, bro. Son of the community. Big up, big up. He's a big part of the community with his score predictions. You went for 3-0 today. We're doing the same thing tactically. Let's step it up. Saliba finds Tomiyasu. The crazy thing is, Declan Rice is going in at left back. And Tomiyasu's stepping forward. Now, surely Declan Rice is better on the ball than Tomiyasu. So every now and then, why don't we just say to Tomiyasu, just play as a normal left back. You don't need to invert all the time. You're not that good on the ball. Like, I'd rather Declan Rice is driving through midfield than Tomiyasu. It's always boring at Old Trafford. That's why we all rather listen to you. Big up Gunnar Galactico. Grown Man Travels, Tristan Lowe. Just arrived in Japan watching your commentary in Tokyo with jet lag. Big up, bro. Safe travels. Here is Declan Rice. Losers out. We have player ratings. They will not be pretty. But hopefully we step it up. Look at Diallo, how calm he is on the ball. Kobe Mainu wins a goal kick. Mainu's a player, man. Proper player. He got man of the match against Arsenal in pre-season. He was 17 at the time. I said the maturity that guy's got on the ball. It's crazy how calm he is, his decision making. He's a very bright talent. Come on, man. Lift it. It's too slow again. United in possession. Johnny Evans rolls it down the line to Dallo. I mean, Dallo spent more of the game attacking than he has defending. It's Scott McTominay. Come on, man. How's he getting out of that? Kobe Mainu finds Dallo. Too easy, Saka. Too easy, Saka. Far too easy. Dallo whips it in. Partey. Partey, what are you doing? Is this the pantomime, bro? You've spent half the game falling over. He's playing like he's in the circus today. Is he wearing flip-flops? He can't stand up. Dallo runs away from Saka, crosses it in. Partey, under no pressure, slips over as he goes to kick the ball. And then we kick the ball out for a throw-in. It's just... I'm telling you now, people, the warning signs are there. Do something about it. What are we waiting for here? We're making United get confident. Partey today, oh my days. Every time he gets the ball, he either slips over or gives it away. You've got to get him off. You've got to take him off. Kobe Mainu looks levels above him today. And he's half his age. Got to step it up. This ain't good enough. Don't you dare go and drop points against this United team. They will not let us live it down. Diallo against Tomiyasu. He's done him. Kept up with him, though. He's got footwork, this lad. Good tackle, Tomiyasu. United still have the ball. I don't understand Tomiyasu inverting every time. Whipped in by Garnacho there. Trossard does well at the back post. And Raya catches it. Garnacho's causing problems to Ben White today. Christopher said, see, we beat Wolves, Chelsea, Spuds in 7 days, you get. Chelsea. Yeah, listen. Fair point, but I think everybody would have said, looking at this United team, you've got to beat them. Football is very much a what have you done for me lately game. If we don't win today, nobody's going to go, yeah, but we beat Tottenham and Chelsea in the same week. You've won them games. That's out the window now. I talk about Arteta's ruthless nature. Let's see if he's ruthless today. Because I can tell you now, Partey's having a stinker. Havertz, he got a very good assist. Apart from that, he's done nothing. Is he strong enough to drag Havertz off? Because he doesn't usually. I would bring Gabriel Jesus on. I'd bring Martinelli on as well. I think we need some pace. They're slow at the back, but we're not troubling them. We haven't got enough speed up there. United in possession again. Long ball out wide to Diallo. Up against Tomiyasu. It's a poor pass behind Wan-Bissaka, but he keeps it in. Trossard comes over to help. Man United in possession. 51 minutes gone, people. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. United again. Diallo cuts inside. Good tackle. Declan Rice helps him out. Havertz finds Partey. How long until he slips over? Plays it backwards. Not a great ball. Bobbly pass. David Raya kicks it upfield. Saka pushed in the back. Get up, man. Be stronger. Odegaard finds Havertz. Havertz basically jogging. Finds Odegaard. Come on. We need something from Odegaard. It's a good ball. Trossard. Tomiyasu on the overlap. Declan Rice inside. Trossard whips it in. It's a terrible cross. Goes out for a throw-in. This performance has been horrific. I don't care what anyone says. We're winning because Casemiro didn't know how to defend in the offside trap. He played him 5 yards on while the rest of the defence stepped up. Outside of the goal, this is a bang average performance from us today. We have got to play better than this. We're playing for the league. I genuinely think Man City would beat this Man United team 5-0. Honestly, I think City would beat this Man United team 5-0. With that team on the pitch, you think they're getting away with Johnny Evans and Casemiro? With Haaland's movement. I know we don't have a Haaland. They would just move that team all over the place. We're here at 1-0, struggling to even have a shot on target. Against Onana, who's one of the worst shot stoppers in the league in the last few months. Most shots that are on target, he struggles with. It's Kobe Mainu. It's a foul, Ben White. Get away with it. What's he given there? Throw in. No? He's given a free kick to United. We're playing this game like we're 3-0 up and the game's over. And we're just seeing out time. I don't think this team understands what's on the line at the moment. Amrabat's pass is poor, goes out for a throw into Arsenal. ESR on, Partey off. There is zero rhythm. See, we were stronger with a game every other day. Listen, I've said it before. I think as a player, you'd rather play a midweek game than train. I'll be honest, when I played pro, I would much rather have a game Tuesday or Wednesday. The game is the best part of football, right? Not training. Training's all right. We want to play matches. Maybe they've lost their rhythm a little bit, but there's no excuse for the lack of tempo. Kevin Bean said, I've seen us the last 2 seasons play better than United at Old Trafford and still lose. As long as we win, that's all I care about. At the end of the game, if we win 1-0, I'll be a lot more positive than I am now, even despite the performance. But during the game, 1-0 makes me nervous, and it's not necessary. If we step up, we'll score a second goal. Tomiyasu on the ball, finds Thomas Partey. Just keep the ball and stop slipping over. Goes back to David Raya. This game, honestly, this game makes your eyelids heavy. Like, I could fall asleep watching this. Havertz flicked on, cleared away. We can't keep the ball. Here's Partey. How many passes until the ball goes? 1. We got 2. Here's Saka. Saka, Martinelli. Not Martinelli. Saka and Odegaard. These guys need to get in the game. Saka up against Garnacho. We've played 2 passes. There's 3. Can we keep the ball a bit? 4. There you go. Given away. We managed to get it back, though. Oh, my days. Odegaard just sent Amrabat to the shops. That's an ankle breaker in basketball. Ben White. Here's a chance. Declan Rice blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Great ball into Trossard. Trossard, what you got? Saka tries to get there. They clear it. We didn't make the most of it. What a block by Wan-Bissaka, man. Nah, Odegaard sent Amrabat to the shops, man. That is an ankle breaker. Ah, dear. Come on. We're building up a bit now. Can we get a goal? Only takes a good move or something there. Rice, edge of the box, unmarked. Wan-Bissaka throws his body at it and blocks the ball. Came back out to Trossard. He crossed it. It was blocked at the near post. Amrabat, mate. You're going to need to buy a ticket to get back in the stadium for that one. Here's Saka. 1v1 with Dalot. What's he got? Finds Trossard. Tries to pass it to Odegaard. It's given away. United have the ball back now. They give it away. Here's Saka. Gets it from Ben White. Where are you going? Corner to Arsenal. Come on, we'll take a header from a corner or anything. I thought Trossard could have shot. Maybe the angle was a bit narrow. I couldn't tell from that angle. Gaming and Lego said put Jesus on for Havertz, Jorginho for Partey. Eros said Trossard should just shoot. When you think how bad Onana's been over the last few weeks, you want to see Arsenal test him more. Here's a corner, in-swinging corner. Saka to take it. Come on. Somebody just said Gabriel header. I'll speak it into existence. Saka whips it in. Flicked on. It's over the bar. Saliba. Wow. This game is dreadful. Honestly. This game is a real poor game. I thought there'd be goals galore in this. It's a snore fest of a game. I'm trying. It's making my eyelids heavy watching this. I'll go for a nap. We have got 34 minutes to go. A long way to go. Will Arteta make early subs? Here's Garnacho. Gets in behind Ben White. Saliba comes across. Garnacho twisting and turning. Brilliant tackle. William Saliba inside the penalty area. If he gets that wrong, it's a penalty. Come on, Havertz. Today he has not played well. Ben White's had a tough day at the office against Garnacho, I'll be honest. Saliba gets him out of a mess there. And that's what we were talking about in the first half. Look, Ben White decided to get forward. It broke down and then he struggled to recover in the transition. So that's why Ben White, I think, is not overlapping Saka as much. Superb tackle by Saliba. That could have been a penalty. Throw into Arsenal in the Man United half. Ben White to take it. Arteta has that vacant look again. It's that look in it like, what do I do? Some of your favourites need to get dragged. But you don't want to take them off because they're your favourites. That's the problem. We know he loves Havertz. He wants Havertz to just keep proving us wrong, so he won't take him off. Saka wins a free kick. How has Dalot not had a yellow card today? He literally grabbed Saka to the floor in the first half. We still need that gunman, says Christopher. We do. We miss Aubameyang, said Cello. Yep. We need a proper goal-scoring striker that bullies centre-backs. Whoever that is, the options are there. Gyökeres, Osimhen, Tony, Isak. Go and buy the striker that takes us to that next level. Here's Ben White for Arsenal. Just give it to Saliba, man. Thomas Partey finds Gabriel. We need to score a second goal. We need a second goal here. Saliba's been outstanding today. He's been our best player. He's definitely been our best player. David Raya finds Saliba. It's like a keep ball session, but we're not moving forward. Ben White, Partey. Wow, I thought he kicked that out. Saka has turned up. No, Saka gives it away. We could not pass win today. We've been that bad, honestly. Saka fouls Johnny Evans. Free kick to United. This performance, wow. Johnny Evans got relegated last year with Leicester City. He's starting for Manchester United against Arsenal. And we are not troubling. Because of the tempo. You make the game quick, he can't live with it. Onana's just split our whole midfield. Kobe Mainu, Declan Rice runs after him. Here's Diallo up against Tomiyasu. It's causing him problems. That's why Arsenal are doubling up now. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Was once described as a fish riding a bike when he dribbles with the ball. Diallo clips it out wide. Garnacho. It's causing Ben White problems. Oh my days. Saka, what are you doing? Tries to bend it in the far corner. Saka, that is awful. You go with the ball. You don't go with the runner. That is the basics of defending, bro. How have you followed the runner and allowed Garnacho to just cut inside and shoot? Edge of the box, unmarked, tries to bend it in the far corner. It's a poor shot. Please, Arteta, make some subs. This is not working. I say this every week. This is not good enough. Look, United fans starting to sing. This is such a poor performance. Odegaard has been absolutely non-existent. Garnacho up against Ben White. Falls over. Goes out for a goal kick. Come on, Mikel. Don't do the typical... Oh, I guarantee he takes off Trossard. And I don't think Trossard's played great, by the way. But Trossard scored. I bet you guys in the community, Trossard gets dragged when he makes a change. Because he's easy to take off. He's a squad player. He don't moan. He ain't going to drag Havertz. Havertz has not played well. Saka hasn't played well. Odegaard hasn't played well. But he won't do it. He will not do it. He will drag Trossard. Partey should come off as well. He's been dreadful. He spent more time rolling around the floor. Just make some changes, man, please. Give us a different dynamic. We said at the start of the season we don't have a good enough bench to influence the game. I mean, you've got Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Gabriel Jesus on the bench. Use them, bring them off the bench, and win the game at the end of the day. United in possession. There's Wan-Bissaka. 28 minutes to go. You've also got to remember that Man United don't have a lot on the bench. Eriksen and Anthony. War Eagle said Odegaard is not playing like the league is on the line. We need to listen. Our midfield today has not been good enough. It just hasn't. Odegaard's gone missing. This is Ghost-O-God. But I can't just lay it all at him. Where's Partey? Where's Rice? Where's Saka? Where's Havertz? Look at Kobe Mainoo shrugging off Odegaard there. Diallo, 28 minutes to go. I am not enjoying this game, I'm going to be honest. We're just not causing problems. Like, if we were causing problems, I'd take some heart out of it. That we look like we're going to score. We don't. Here's Dallo. Whips it in. It's blocked by Saliba. Get out of his way, Saka. Who are you volleying it to? You're just booting the ball away. We're not Sheffield United. You're meant to keep the ball. Here's Garnacho. He's cooking us. Look, Ben White. Twisting, turning. Saka does well. Keep the ball. Don't just boot it. No, we're playing like Stoke. Honestly, we're just kicking the ball away. Look at the lack of intensity from Havertz in the press. Why is this team not running? Somebody explain to me why, in a title race, this team is not running. Chase the ball. Rice does well, finds Trossard. I don't understand. Nobody can tell me this team is putting in a shift. Trossard against Wan-Bissaka. You got to twist and turn. Oh! Sits him down! What a touch. Odegaard looking for Saka. Shoot! Oh, it's a poor shot, Odegaard, man. Not been at it. Trossard had Wan-Bissaka slipping. Look at the ankle breaker. Sit down, boy. Good touch by Havertz. Odegaard, whack it. It's a pass back, bro. What kind of shot is that? Side foots it straight down the middle. Good play there, Ben White, finally. Give it. Saka, run. Here's Trossard. I bet you Trossard gets dragged. He's been our best attacking player. Just as I say that, he gives the ball away. And even he hasn't been that great, by the way. We just haven't played well. Come on, Rice. You got to hunt Kobe Mainoo down there. Gabriel, why are you panicking? You've got the ball. You don't need to boot it away. Pass it. Here's Scott McTominay. Garnacho's having a hell of a battle with Ben White, you know. I feel like he's troubling him again. He gets the cross in. He overhits it. Goes out for a throw-in on the other side. You're right, Danny. This is David Moyes football. We're getting the ball and booting it away straight to them. Scott McTominay's down injured. This is a dreadful Arsenal performance. If we win playing like this, you ask for bench players. You've got bench players. So use them. He's done it, hasn't he? You've done it, haven't you? Is he taking him off? He's taking him off. Forget it, mate. I'm sorry. Like, you, mate, are... I don't want to say too much. I knew it. You're so predictable. Is he dragging him? Come off the replay. He looks like he's getting... I told you. I knew it. I knew it. Like, I'm glad Martinelli's on the pitch. You're so predictable, mate. I tell you what. I'll take off the guy that scored. That's what I'll do. I'll take the goal scorer off. Martinelli on, no problem. Why don't you drag Havertz? Why don't you drag Saka? What's Saka done in this game against Dalot? He's done nothing. What's Havertz done? But you can't take him off, can you? Because guess what? Saka's your little baby and you have to protect him. And Havertz, you paid 65 million for him. So you take Trossard off because it's easy. I called it. It's so predictable. So predictable. It's unbelievable. I'm sorry. That's weak, man. That is so weak. It's so predictable and it's so weak. You take off the guy in the front three. That, listen, he hasn't been amazing, but he's been better than the other two. But Havertz tax, Saka tax, you can't take him off. Can't take him off. But hey, it is what it is. Just win the damn game. Just win the game, please. So predictable. Havertz non-existent. Saka non-existent. Odegaard non-existent. Tell you what, I'll take off Trossard who scored the goal. And just sent Wan-Bissaka to the shops. United in possession. 23 minutes to go. I am not enjoying this game. Oh, Garnacho's causing Ben White all sorts of problems. Here's Dalot. Here's Johnny Evans. Have we had a shot on target? Have we actually had a shot on target in this? People saying, calm down, Lee. I get you. Stay calm. We're winning 1-0. Every Arsenal fan, you got to tell me that you're frustrated with what you're watching. There is warning signs there, my friend. You don't ignore the warnings. Lift the tempo. 1-0 is a very weak lead. Anything can happen. Let's see if we can get a second goal. Saka needs to do more. The whole attack needs to do more. Saka against Dalot. Wins a corner. I feel like that's the best Saka can do against Dalot, is cross the ball and win a corner. He can't get past him. But here's a corner. It is frustrating, but we are winning. And there's Diallo's coming off. He's holding his knee. Might have been from the first half. That tackle from Thomas Partey. I don't know if he landed awkwardly when he did it. Sam Bond said, what are we watching here, Curtis? Shocking stuff. Does Arteta know that he's allowed to make subs if we are winning? Always leaves it till the last minute. Yeah, the spinning top's coming on. Anthony. Looks like Ericsson might be coming on as well. Anthony comes on for Amad Diallo. Is it Diallo or Diallo? I think it's Diallo. I actually think Diallo's better than him. Amad, yeah, they call him Amad anyway. I think he's better than Anthony. Anthony's awful. I'm glad Amad's off. He's been direct for them. But I do remember Anthony scored against us, was it last season or the year before at Old Trafford? What got to be one of the worst signings in Premier League history. 90 million. I won't say too much. You know how it goes and they clip you up. You slander him, he probably go and score. Missed 70 minutes, how are we looking? It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, but we are winning. But performance, no. Saliba's been our best player. Corner to Arsenal. Saka takes it short. Odegaard rolls it back to Saka. Out to Declan Rice. Martinelli's there. He didn't trust him. Back to Odegaard. We have not worked this short corner well. Saka against Amrabat. Bullied. Absolutely bullied him. That is one of the most pathetic corners I have ever seen. The pass was overhit from Odegaard, who's been dreadful. Saka gets bullied by Amrabat and then fouls him and then gets a yellow card. Just dreadful. Absolutely dreadful performance. I'm sorry, and listen, I love Saka as much as any other Arsenal fan, but why do we just allow players to put in bad performances and stay on the pitch? I get it. Top players, they're clutch. Sometimes they'll pull you a moment out of a game. We're not talking about Alexis Sanchez or Van Persie or Fabregas. Saka, you're a fantastic young talent. You should get dragged if you're having a bad game. It's as simple as that. Why is Havertz being allowed to stroll around the pitch? There's given away. Martinelli gives it straight back to Wan-Bissaka. Come on, Declan Rice, bro. This ain't West Ham. Martinelli up against Amrabat. It's a throw into Arsenal. Pat said I asked you earlier about Saka. He's done nothing. Amrabat gave him the big man strength, just wasted him. Palace spanked this lot 4-0. I mean, listen, I expected them to be better at home. Oh, my days. Tomiyasu, the pass is short from Ben White. Here's Anthony up against Gabriel. Don't let him shoot. He does shoot. It's a poor shot. How many warning signs do we need before we actually wake up? United putting us under pressure, throwing to Arsenal in our own half. I cannot. If we win this game playing like this, it's unbelievable. Honestly, it's unbelievable if we win the game playing this bad. Crazy. I'm convinced if we'd stepped it up a level, we'd be 2-0 up and the game would be over. 1-0. Listen, if we win 1-0, I'll take it. But I'm so disappointed with the performance when you consider what we're playing for. Like, where's the enthusiasm? 10 Hog and 11 Hog. Hey, man. Boiled eggs. 2 boiled eggs. Get Jesus on. And nah, he won't, mate, because he's got to take off Saka or Havertz, and he don't want to do that. Because he's adopted both of them. Vinny is the real star boy, not Saka. Hard to argue with that, innit? Would you accept a dodgy 1-0 win? Listen, if we win, I'll take it. But watching it is painful. The amount of times we have given the ball away today. Here come United. Wan-Bissaka. Amrabat. Shifts out of his feet. Shoots. He slips. A lot of players slipping today. Tomiyasu clears it. Havertz. Heavy touch. Casemiro. What is Havertz really doing up front today? Like, how is Havertz still on the pitch playing like this? How is Odegaard still on? How is Saka still on? It's crazy. It's crazy the way we're playing. Arteta has instructed these men to play slow, Big C. No other explanation. It must be. Cambuala's coming on for United. Young defender. He's a good player. Result over performance, I agree. Look at Odegaard. Come on. That's better. Get on the ball. Make something happen. You can't hide. Oh, Ben White, who are you passing to? Get off the floor, mate. You're not in Marbella at Ocean Beach. It's Kobe Mainu. Why do we have this thing now that when we get into a physical battle, we'll fall over and go, ref, rather than just go in, big man strength, man. Let me hold that. Yo, Garnacho is cooking Ben White. He's megged him. It's blocked. Saliba clears it. Yo, Ben White. Ben White is getting seasoned and cooked, bro. Garnacho, that low centre of gravity, he can't keep up with him. Cambuala coming on. Is it Cambuala? It might be Forson, actually. Oh, Johnny Evans is off. He needs his nap. Cambuala's on. I mean, the worst thing I can say, Johnny Evans actually played all right. Cambuala's on. Arteta favouritism is mad. Says Eckhard. Tomiyasu wins the header, fouled by Anthony, free kick. 15 minutes to go, people. Yeah, he's going for his nap, man. The Horlicks is waiting for Johnny Evans. We need a trip to Dubai. Mate, Ben White's getting absolutely terrorised by Garnacho. It's a good job Rashford ain't playing because he always seems to score against us. Midfield non-existent today. Front three. pretty much non-existent. Good thing Rashford and Bruno didn't play 100%. Because even though they haven't been great this season, they offer goal contribution. Free kick to Arsenal, edge of their own penalty area. David Raya smashes it up long. Havertz loses the header. Rice then wins one. The ball's bouncing everywhere. Such a poor game of football. For anybody that hasn't watched this game, you are not missing anything. It's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. It's going to be a long 14 minutes plus time added on as well. You know, if you add, could be 20 minutes altogether. It's just strange that Arteta would come with this, as he thought, listen, 1-0 up. United don't have a lot in attack. We can defend it. Again, Havertz against a young teenager, Cambuala. You're falling to the floor looking for the free kick. Rather than being strong, having some heart and pinning him and holding him off. Poor pass by Amrabat. Here's Saka. Speed up, man. You've got space. Look at the state of that. Saka! Dreadful! Partey can't keep up with McTominay. He's speeding away. Garnacho up against Ben White. Left foot. Puts it into the side netting. Is this manager going to learn, people? Where is the ruthless nature? I've seen Pep take off Haaland on a hat-trick. He doesn't give a damn. Why are we giving Saka the keys to the house? I love Saka. You're a great player. You've been brilliant for Arsenal the last 3 years. You are not Van Persie. You are not Alexis Sanchez. You are not Prime Aubameyang. You are not Thierry. You are not good enough that you justify putting in stinkers and staying on the pitch. What is Havertz doing? What is Odegaard doing? Why are those 3 players not allowed to be substituted? I'm sick of it. You will cost us games. You've already cost us games this season because you had to force Havertz in midfield onto us for 6 months. Emile Smith-Rowe, time to show your worth. Bro, he won't bring Smith-Rowe on. He ain't getting a kick today. He'll be running after the game. He ain't getting a kick. Gabriel Jesus, £45 million striker. Listen, I know he hasn't been the answer for us, but how is he not on the pitch? You can play him right wing, or you can play him up front. Here's Martinelli, 1v1 with Wan-Bissaka. Lift your head up and cook. Here we go. Shoot! Finish the game. Shoot! Oh, what a save by Onana. I feel like he should have scored. It is a good save by Onana. Wan-Bissaka was struggling. Martinelli in the area. Cuts inside. Wan-Bissaka doesn't block it. Oh, you know what? It's not in the corner enough. It is a good save, but you've got to bend it in the far corner. He's just stuck his arm up and saved it. He needs to open up his body there and bend it in the far corner. Onana would have had no chance. So a good reaction save, but you've got to hit the corner there. But listen, decent from Martinelli. I expect him to score that. I might sound harsh. Corner to Arsenal. Come on. Let's score a header and finish this game off. 12 minutes to go. It's a nervy end to the game. It's very stressful, Kloss. Corner whipped in. It's in the air. It's headed away. Again, another Arsenal player on the floor looking for a free kick. Saka, what you got against Amrabat? Come on, man. He's done him. He's done him. He hasn't done him. Onana gets it. Saka's been awful today. Absolutely awful. This is one of the worst Man United teams I've ever seen. And we're struggling. Garnacho skips Odegaard. He's been awful. Ben White can't keep up with him. Garnacho pulls it back. Deflected. Goes out for a corner. Arteta, mate. Why won't you take play? Why? Where are the subs? Yeah, guess what? Saka's had enough. Garnacho, mate. You are ripping Ben White to shreds. While Saka is sitting down on the floor because he knows he can't get nothing out of it. He can't do anything against Dallo. You know what I mean? Corner to Manchester United. Garnacho whips it in. Raya comes for it. He does get a punch on it. Martinelli, great first touch. Can he run all the way? Oh, he can't. Tackled there. Wan-Bissaka. Could have been another wonder run. Give it to him. Havertz, good ball over the top. Martinelli, he could be in. He needs support. 2 players against him. Why are you running to the corner? There's 10 minutes to go, bro. It's too early for that. Be strong. Stop looking for free kicks. Sick of Arsenal players looking for free kicks. Well done. Martinelli is too early for all that come on to the crowd. Look at Saka, man. Stop just getting every minute Donny's limping, man. Anders Limpar, they should call him. Either, if you're injured, bro, come off the pitch. Yeah, sit down and come off. Since the manager won't take you off, you take yourself off. Yeah, sit down and limp off. Gabriel Jesus, finally you bring him on the pitch. You put your arm around him. You should have brought the man on 20 minutes ago. Saka's playing so bad, man had to bring himself off and sit down and just say, yo, I need to come off. What happened to him? I mean, I don't know what happens to him. I think he's got that cut on his leg, and so maybe he landed on the cut. Kind of kicks the back of his own leg and then rolls down that hill at Old Trafford. He's got his arm up straight away. Obviously, he had that cut last week. Saka, just limp off, mate, please. Saka, expected limps. Jesus is on. Gabby Jesus is on, people. He's probably going to play right wing, isn't he? So many bad performances, but just get us out of here with a win now. I'm done. I'm done with trying to get a better performance. The performance ain't there. Maybe a scrappy second goal is the most we'll get. 9 minutes to go. Let's get the likes up, people. Over 5,000 of you in the chat. Odegaard in swinging corner. Whips it in. It's high. Can we score from this? It's cleared by Onana. Comes out to Martinelli. Up against Anthony. Take him on. Declan Rice. Touch and hit it. 25 yards out. Rice shoots. Saved by Onana. Goes out for a corner. It was fairly comfortable, really. Not enough power to beat him from that distance. Tried to bend it in the far corner. It's got a nice whip on it. Got a little deflection off Casemiro's head, I think. Dre saying time to cash in on Saka. I don't even want to get drawn into that now. Cole said Saka can't pass wind. We need better out wide. Well, let's see at the end of the season. Odegaard whips it in. It's high. It's headed away. Jesus heads it back in. It's cleared in the air by McTominay. Saliba, strong defending. Saliba's cleared out for a throw. Probably been our best player, Saliba, which says a lot about our performance. What's going on here? There was an appeal for a penalty, was there? Wan-Bissaka, no. What happened? Oh, he flicked it on. I don't know what they were checking. No, listen. I don't want to have a conversation about selling Saka. I want to have a conversation about an improvement in his performances, especially in these big away games, because you've got to do more than that. And I've seen that performance multiple times. That's the worry. 7 minutes to go. United in possession. I've watched Garnacho literally season up Ben White, put him on the barbecue and cook him today. You know, Saka, I don't know. United have possession, 6 minutes to go. Real Madrid apparently will announce the signing of Kylian Mbappe the day after the Champions League final. Wow, there we go. We knew that was happening anyway, but still. We got bigger things to worry about right now, people. 6 minutes to go in this absolute snorefest of a game. United in possession. Get to the byline. Here is Kobe Mainu. It is a stink fest. Why can't we sign Mbappe? Mate, if he's watching this, you think he'd want to sign for us? United dominating possession. Scott McTominay. Kobe Mainu loses it. Turns straight into Declan Rice. Head injury. They've collided heads there. This is just going to cause more time added on. Free kick, a break in play. It was Tomiyasu and Kobe Mainu. Remember, I'll be live after the game on Bleacher Report for a post-match reaction. I mean, might take me about 3 minutes to react to this game, I tell you. Kobbie Mainoo's down, head injury. He's going to get treatment, I think. 2 substitutions in the game for Arsenal. One of them was literally forced. Saka basically said, "I'm done, get me off the pitch." But Kobbie Mainoo's down, collided, hit his head. Physio's still not there. United about to make 3 changes. 2 of these, I mean, one, he's wearing number 84. That's when you know it's a young youth team player. Eriksen's coming on, who's probably double the age of the other guy. It's hammering down with rain in Manchester. No excuse, though. No excuse for this stinky performance. United making changes. There's a break in play. I can't wait for this game to end. Just end it. Eriksen coming on and 2 of the young players. I'll tell you their names in a second. Who's he taking off? Amrabat comes off. He's played decent, to be fair. Bullied Saka a few times. Apparently there's a big thunderstorm at this game. My volume's low, so I can't hear it. Wan-Bissaka's off as well. And who is that coming on? Højlund's off. Wan-Bissaka's off. Amrabat's off. Wheatley, Forson and Eriksen. I'm telling you, this manager's not even taking it that serious. He's taking off first-team players and bringing on youngsters, apart from Eriksen, who's an old man. El said Trossard instead of Odegaard right now would have helped. Listen, we knew Saka, Odegaard and Havertz are protected. They don't come off unless they're injured. But let's just get the win now and get on with it. It'd be typical Arsenal. Thunder and lightning gets the game called off and we have to replay it. Look at that. Raya's kick there. Almost got blocked. Odegaard flicks it on. Partey. Terrible. We've just give the ball away all game today. Genuinely, we can't keep the ball. It's strange the way we've played. Here's Onana in possession. Such a poor game of football. Onana goes long. Flicked on. Saliba, you got to deal with it. Don't let a young player try and make his name here. He's offside. Free kick to Arsenal. 2 minutes to go. How long will be added on? Temp said if I was a neutral, I would have shut this game off long ago. 100%. If I wasn't an Arsenal fan, I'd be watching Tipping Point or something by now. Better than this rubbish. Come on, Arsenal. Just hang on. Arsenal fans starting to sing now. I'm sure they're very nervous. The ones inside the stadium. Look, they're showing you a lot of nervous faces. 1.5 minutes of normal time to go. How long will the referee add on at the end? We've had a few injuries in this half. I reckon there'll be 5 or 6 minutes. Hopefully not. Jesus finds Odegaard. Chance. Declan Rice. Tight angle. Should be a goal. No. But surely. Oh, the ball's bouncing everywhere and United clear. I feel like we should have scored there. Pass from Odegaard needed more power. Rice wanted to shoot. Here's Jesus up against Dalot. Does well as that. Oh, he gives a goal kick. I thought it was a corner. Dear me. One of the most frustrating Arsenal games I've ever watched. But if we win, I will calm down at full time. But during it, it's like, you know, going to the dentist. While they're giving you the injection and you're in all kinds of pain, you hate it. Afterwards, you know, you're like, okay, it was worth it. The pain stopped. This is the equivalent of this. This is like a root canal of football right now. It stinks and it's painful. It's horrible. Anthony's playing at left back. Who's that rolling around on the floor? Garnacho. Ref, don't fall for that. There's nothing wrong with him. He's run into Ben White. And he's rolling around holding his face. Again, it's going to be more time added on. Result is more important, but until that final whistle, I'm fuming. I'm with you. I'm fuming right now, bro. This performance has been awful. Full-time whistle goes, 3 points. I will calm down. It will be Woolsar settings, Bad Boys 2, Martin Lawrence. But until then, I'm vexed. They've got teenagers on the pitch. 6 minutes added on, people. 6 minutes added on of this snorefest. Absolute snorefest of a game, but hey, United in possession. They've totally dominated. I don't know. Let's just get through this, and then we can hopefully have a calm conversation. Eriksen's literally at centre back, and Antony's at left back. Casemiro's near enough up front. United in possession. Dalot skips Martinelli, stands it up back post. David Raya catches it, falls to the floor. Waste some more time. We're a minute into the 6 minutes added on. Jorginho and Kivior coming on. Smith Rowe again, sub not used. He used to use Rob Holding as like his emergency substitution to defend. He now uses Kivior for that. David Raya kicks it long. Havertz. Yo, I thought I just saw lightning on the screen, unless it was just a flash. Can you imagine if there was lightning on the pitch and they abandoned the match? I'm sure I just... Is that thunder? Ten Hag's getting drenched. Look at this. Look at this little flash. There. See it? Just there. That looked like lightning. Look. Bang. There. Unless the TV screen's flicking. I don't know. People saying it was lightning. Yo, I'm sure they have to stop a game when it's lightning. Odegaard and Partey come off. I mean, should have dragged them 25 minutes ago. They've had stinkers. Player ratings tomorrow. Jeez. I'll celebrate the win, but there'll be some nasty player ratings. It was lightning, right? And loud thunder. Please just get this game finished before they abandon it. Here's Eriksen. Casemiro. And is in loads of space. I thought as soon as they saw lightning, they had to take the players off the pitch. Come on, Arsenal in possession. Finally. Can we like attack the goalkeeper? Ball over the top. It could be in. Martinelli, what you got? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jesus is unmarked. You run straight into the United player. End the game too dangerous, says Jay. It was a storm. Here's Garnacho. Shoots, drags it wide. Goal kick. They're appealing for a foul. Ben White gave him a nudge. We're 3 minutes into the 6. 3 minutes into the 6. You saw that, right? There was definitely a flash. Partey, you know what? The way Partey's played today. I was saying in the week, you know what? See out Partey's final year, man. The way he's played today, I'll be quick selling him on FIFA for 40 coins. Honestly, that's a gold, not even a... What's the normal gold? Like the one that's not shiny. Common gold. He played like a common gold today. I'd be releasing him for 65 coins on FIFA. Just by a contract. End the game, please. 2 minutes and 20 to go. David Raya gets a yellow card for time wasted. Zelda said Martinelli could be a one-season wonder. I hope not, man. What he just done there is typical of him. Just lift his head up, roll it out wide to Jesus. And he runs into the defender and loses the ball. That's a United throw. I hope he gives it to us. Give it to them. Less than 2 minutes to go. Nerves are kicking in now. We could do with that AFCON ref. Just blow your whistle. Jorge said, only Arsenal can make you hate a 1-0 win against United. Thing is, we could have influenced the goal difference and stuff as well. But listen, you get 90 seconds time, a 1-0 win, I'll take it. But right now, I'm in my feelings, people. I can't lie. Here's Eriksen. Stop letting him run. Keep the ball. Jesus finds Havertz. Clattered. Get up, man. Yes, you've been awful. You should have been dragged ages ago. Here's Garnacho against Ben White. He slips over now. Ben White, don't foul him, please. Crossed in. Raya, well done. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. I want Raya on the floor for at least 15 seconds, although he is on a yellow card, so he can't overdo it. Havertz got wiped out, but the guy did win the ball, so... Saliba! Gary Neville giving Saliba his props. Man of the match. Best player on the pitch. Absolutely outstanding. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Saliba, man of the match. United in possession, 30 seconds to go. The title race will be on this attack. Ben White heads it away. United have it back. Garnacho. Here we go. 15 seconds. Casemiro. Nobody's pressing Eriksen. He's going to cross it, Havertz. Go and stop the cross. Jesus, stop the cross. United on the ball. Why are we not putting pressure on it? Raya, collect that. He's got it. He's on the floor. That should be that. Blow the whistle. I've seen enough. What was that old school song, man? Blow the whistle with Joel Santana. You remember that? Old school hip-hop fans, you'll know. It should be over. The pain should be over. Come on! Now I can start enjoying it and relaxing. Raya kicks it long. Yes! Vamos! The referee blows the full-time whistle. Manchester United 0. Arsenal 1. 3 points for the Gunners. Leandro Trossard with the goal. An absolute stinky performance. You need a whole heap of Febreze to sort that mess out. But we will take it. Stinky performance, but a vital victory. One more to go. And we need one more to go. And hopefully City drop points. Do you know what? Listen. At least we've won the game. You know, that's what it's all about. I said at full time, 1-0, I'll be happy with it. During the game, I was moaning like an old man. Honestly, I've moaned constantly for this game. That game was awful. However, now we've won the game, I'm delighted. Performance, I can deal with it. I can deal with it. 1-0 at Old Trafford against that team, okay, yeah, people will say you should have battered them. If we win the league, nobody cares about that performance. So it was horrible to watch. Don't watch the highlights. Don't watch a repeat of the game. Stay away from it if you haven't watched it. But it's a vital victory, people. It's a vital victory. And like I said, during the game, I've been so disappointed with the performance. I said as soon as the full-time whistle goes, I will celebrate that victory. We've beat them. I mean, somebody just sent me a message saying Arsenal unbeaten against the big 6 clubs in the Premier League this season. Man United, home and away victory. City, win at home, draw away. Liverpool, win at home, draw away. Tottenham, draw at home, win away. Chelsea, win at home, draw away. I mean, it's a fantastic record. Unbeaten against the big 6 clubs in the Premier League this season. So, listen, Man United, leave them. They're in a mess. Who cares? William Saliba today, absolutely outstanding. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. I'm not going to round up for too long because I'm supposed to be on Bleacher Report in 5 minutes. The link's in the title if you want to get involved. I mean, we'll just talk about who was man of the match, where we go from here next week, so on and so forth. That is the Premier League table. 3 goals clear of Manchester City on goal difference. 1 point clear, but of course, we need them to draw or lose to somebody. Man City's last 2 games, Tottenham away and West Ham at home. Arsenal with 1 game left. Everton at home. You would expect us to beat Everton. And as I said, if Arsenal do beat Everton next week, it would be the 2nd highest points total in the history of Arsenal in the Premier League. 89 points. The Invincibles were 90 points. How crazy is it? We could get 89 points and not win a trophy, but let's hope we do. Jerome said, Big C, we need to revamp this starting front line, bro. This is pathetic. We need to spend money in the summer. I always say, though, before you look at who you bring in, look at the players you've got at the football club. You have to ask genuine questions about Gabriel Martinelli. Was that a one-season wonder, or is he not being coached and used properly? Why are we not getting more out of Martinelli? Why is Saka consistently putting in these meaty performances that seem to get covered up with the odd goal and the odd assist? Like, he's put up fantastic numbers. But that performance you've seen today from Saka, we've seen that too many times this season, unfortunately. Unknown C said, shamelessly taking that W 100%. Trossard celebration settings. MP said, I said at the beginning, I'll take 1-0 and shift the pressure. That's all we got to do. Put the pressure back on City. They play Tottenham Tuesday. Snake Eyes, we bottled it because if anyone can somehow draw against City, we will kick ourselves if we lose it by goal difference. Let's hope that isn't the case. Aiden, squad must have been feeling off from the Old Trafford cafeteria. Ronaldo said they've got a dodgy chef. Maybe the food wasn't great. And Joey said, big up from South Texas, Big C. That was ugly, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but for the one time only, I can't even read out what you've put. Come on, you spuds. We'll just put it that way. Listen, I'm one of the most shameless channels on YouTube. We embrace it. We don't hide from it. On Tuesday, I will be supporting, somebody that it's unacceptable to support. This is the reality of the situation, but I will be doing it at full throttle, by the way. Like I'll be moving like Klinsmann, like Les Ferdinand, like Darren Anderton, like Gareth Bale on Tuesday. Like, it's the reality. There is a purpose behind it. If we have to delete the stream a few days later, we will delete it. But on Tuesday, we are doing it for a purpose. I can't actually bring myself to say the words, but you all know what I'm talking about, people. I think it's best I don't speak it into existence, but we need them lot to do something. Troy Kempy said, Isak. Listen, one thing's for sure. That front three needs big money spending on it in the summer. It needs money spending on it. More moaning than... Hey, relax yourself, JM, Matt. Listen, no Diddy, bro. We're all the same on Tuesday. We're all the same. It's as simple as that. Right, people, I'm going to have to round up. Aiden said not a Spurs win, but a Man... Yeah, we need a Man City loss or draw. I'm heading over now to Bleacher Report. The link's in the chat. I will have a fan cam out in about half an hour as well. If you're on TikTok, I'm on there as well, if you want to see the goal reaction. Although we scored 1 goal, so even that reaction, TikTok, isn't going to be too great. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. The link is here. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. For the roundup. There'll be some brutal player ratings. And I will be over on Bleacher Report in the next 5 minutes. And then we'll have a fan cam out in half an hour. Listen, it wasn't pretty. It was Katie Hopkins. It was Sonia from EastEnders. It was like leaving your dinner out for a week and the mold's grown on it. It was not pretty at all. But boy, was it effective. Man United 0, Arsenal 1. Trossard with the goal. Don't watch the highlights. Don't watch the game back. Tick it off. Job done. Man United in the mud. Can Nando's FC do us a favour on Tuesday? We will be there, guys. We will be there. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bless.